background music is still playing. Hi there, everyone. Yes, that was my phone alarm reminding me to stream today. I think I remembered. Thinking about my favorite particles. No, ban him, kill him, twist his neck, and obliterate, evisceration right now. Just complete destruction. Someone get this non-believer. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Remco, for removing Remco's message. That's nice. Thank you. I can always depend on my moderators. Did I really set up 2 alarms for streaming? That's hilarious. Okay. I'm such a great mod. My favorite real particle is graviton. There are no gravitons. They're just propaganda. What's wrong? Hi, the ninja. Not much. Not much. You know, first, let me just have a sip of coffee because I need to. Hi, the Betty Duck. Hi, welcome. How is everyone doing? Oh, hold on. I have to switch from top chat to live chat. Oh, I can also switch to funding, where only those who pay me money, I can only see their messages. Oh, that would be hilarious. I should do it. Where only people who give me money will. That's what they want you to think, make it. Oh, you mean Big Carbon is hiding the gravitons? No, it's liberal propaganda. Hi everyone, welcome. So, what should we do today? Well, today, obviously, second try the charm. We will be doing. We will obviously be doing. The nodes again, math nodes. Boy, it's been fun last time, wasn't it? Hold on, open all the music. I'm a professional, by the way. That's why I always take such a long time to actually start these streams, because I'm just a professional who doesn't need... There. Animal Crossing? I've never played Animal Crossing. I really never have. I've never had Switch. Unless it's also on PC, in which case no. If there's a charm particle, is there a pathogen particle as the anti-charm? Hey! There is nothing wrong with being anti-charm, okay? There's nothing wrong with being anti-charm. You know what I think the problem is? Pathogen. I genuinely feel like the problem is that you're negative. You see, if you want to be charming, you need to be positive. That's a scientific fact. If you need to be charm, then you need to be more positive in life. Because if you're negative, then you're strange. You're not charm, you're strange. There's nothing like some particle physics positivity. That's one about PPP, particle physics positivity. Is there a femboid particle? Because they should name it and make it. But why? Just why? Charm, anti-charm messing is fun. The particle, anti-particle things are always just so wild to me. Because also, I may be wrong, but can't like... Can you have like a Tawon particle? Wasn't there something like 2 Tawons? There was some way that exotic atoms. There we go. Like Tau can apparently create exotic atoms with itself. Which I mean, what the heck is that? That's an atom, which is leptons. Triple P as opposed to triple K. You mean Cool Kids Clan from Salvatore Ganacci's Yomade song. What did you all think I was talking about? Obviously I was talking about Salvatore Ganacci. Hi, the Stesus Pretzels, welcome. What's an onium? Onium, isn't that just the bound state of particle and antiparticle? Like charm and anti-charm. think I would have been also an onion. Yes, I remember you, Golden Standards. Hi, welcome. You're not scared of Ashad? Oh no, Ashad has a lot of really in-depth nerd knowledge and he's not afraid to use it. Ah, my goodness gracious me. I was supposed to be animating this, right? Yeah. Good maths test scheduled Tuesday. Don't know shit. What is the test exactly? What's a messin? I think messin could be an onion. Is it an onion? Nope, never mind. Take it back. I have no idea. It was yesterday, for me it was early today, but now for like 26 hours straight. Oh no, I could never be up for 26 hours straight. I need my 18 hours straight and then at least 3 seconds gay, okay? At least. I could, no, that's too long. That's too long to be straight. I was at the mail trying to understand enough of American to make a simple presentation. Well, that's what my professor said for class. Ah, you know, you're doing smart people stuff. Oh no, I don't like it. I don't like doing smart people stuff. I spent all night gaming with friends, a yearly tradition. That's wholesome, I like it. That's a solid way to pass the time. I do gotta say. Make It and Rem are the only two reasons I watch these live streams. Well, I mean, I'm glad I'm at least one of the reasons why you watch these live streams, I gotta say. I'm glad I'm at least one of them. Linear Algebra and Calc 2. What's this miss doing? Nothing. You can pull it off, Amia. You can pull it off. You just need to believe in yourself. That's what all maths is about. It's just about believing in yourself. That's it. Maker's making big bags. Got a 1 minute unskippable ad. Jeez. Where's that money going to then? If you get a minute long unskippable ad. I'm sorry, YouTube. May I has my ad revenue? I'm just kidding. I'm talking to the US government who's taking 30% of everything I make. I'm fine. It doesn't matter. Well, it does. It's a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. Thanks to you, I decided to continue chemistry and physics instead of chemistry and biology. Thanks for a great content. I'm glad I could help. Or at least I'm glad I could convert you to physics. I haven't gotten into biology yet, so I don't know what biology is exactly about, so that's mainly why I haven't made videos, but I'm glad I got you interested in physics. Taxes, am I right? And last day was... We can make that USA and onion. Wasn't that the Civil War dilly? I thought they already did that, where you had the North and the anti-North, and you made an onion. That's such a dumb physics joke. You know what? Just delete the cube. Delete the cube, delete the cube, delete this, and there we go. And then, atoms are a real thing. Atoms, that's what it's gonna be. And then we need to change the color scheme a bit more to reflect the atom. What was the third one on the list? Toughness, alright, toughness will be red. Which means this one will be object. And then right here. Let's make it greenish bluish, you know? I feel like that's solid. This is gross. This is awful. That's a bit better. I mean, the atom doesn't play now well with it. Okay, I don't hate it, certainly. Biology, about living things, complex, I know. Well, they're living until I get to them. Whoever said engineering would be fun deserves the worst life has to offer. My poor engineers. Hey, but at least you get the funny title at the end. That must be worth something, right? Remember, you're doing it for the funny title. You'll be literal engineers. I've seen the Google Docs so many times. I'm making a video about organic chemistry. That's what I'm making. Obviously, can't you tell? Okay, well, right here we need to... Why is the floor so far down? Hold on for a second now. Piss off with the rigid body. There we go. From 0 to however many. 60. Got it. And now all we want is to change up the background a bit, because we don't really want it to be too flat, static and whatnot. That's the wrong thing. Whoops. World, of course, I meant. And then W, we can just change it around until it looks like something gross, awful. I don't hate this. Yeah, go for it. Go off, queen. There we go. Go off, king. Sweet. And then we just have it loading in again. All right, that's energy, and then we have atoms, plural. Neat. Just something to render in the background, you know, while we're chatting. You did 1 year of mechanical engineering. How was it? The photosynthesis. And physiology. That's a big word. What does that mean? Isn't biology just all big carbon talk? Yeah. You get it, Olo. You get it. And physiologists are professional coffee break takers. May I ask what country in Europe are you from? You can ask, yes. It's not gonna be in Poland. It's not interesting. I'm not much of a Pole, honestly. I am way closer to being a European than a Pole. I don't really have that, you know, national bone in me. Not much into getting boned, what I'm basically trying to say. Make it. What's your take on the opinion that plants are not, in fact, the crop we are? The plants just give us oxygen so that we become big and strong and then die so they can feast on our remains. I mean, I don't think so, because it's a pretty inefficient way to do things. It's the same reason for why we eat cows and not tigers. Like, we could technically just, instead of keep cows for the meat, we could keep tigers for their meat, or lions, or wolves, or whatever. The only problem is, it's extremely inefficient. So, if plants had their way, they probably wouldn't make humans or animals in general. But you have a Paul. Ah, oh, damn it, that is true. One may ask country, one mayn't ask his age. I mean, you can ask me my age. You're allowed to ask. Because muscle fibers are less digestible and tigers are... Also, you know, you need to feed a tiger a cow, so you might as well skip the middleman and go for the cow. Or you might skip both middlemen and eat grass, I feel like. We really missed out on an opportunity to eat grass. Make is probably 23. That's a solid guess. To 200 years old. Yeah, it's actually so annoying because you know, when you have these puzzle games that are for people over 3 years old, I can't do them. It's awful. It's illegal for me. Or you can feed tigers humans, and the circle of life keeps rolling on. And tigers tend to, you know, attack people. Have you seen bisons, though? Like, bisons aren't carnivores, but have you seen them? Bison. My guy, this is gonna... I would rather... Well, okay, tiger, that's no, actually. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what I would rather pick, but the bison ain't much better than a tiger. And yet we still, you know, have them for meat. I don't even touch grass. Eating is far off dream. I can't touch grass. I already eat it all. Wait, would you share your birthday upon asked? What do you mean when guessing? No, actually I can't. Because y'all would have too many guesses. Someone once asked me for my birthday, or actually guessed a date, and I did say no. So if you go through all of the live streams, at some point there will be a one live stream in which I tell you what date of the year is not my birthday. I think. I'm like 70% certain that happened. Bison's just a friendly fluffy dinosaur. Bisons are just bulls except more. Cows except bigger. I don't I don't want to eat you either. We need some more positivity, you know? Y'all need some positivity in life. Be like me, I'm amazing. I am absolutely amazing. Okay, but stream birthday celebration. I would like you to realize, Remco, that we are a couple of months away from 2 years, reaching 2 years of live stream. Actually, 2 months away, if I'm not mistaken. Which means that in 2 months, you will be absolutely certain I have passed my birthday twice without celebrating it. I don't really celebrate my birthday much. It's not fun. Great, there are 355 possibilities left. Are there 365 birthdays or 8 billion? That's a good question. Were you a teacher, by the way? Because you're really great at explaining complicated stuff. I wasn't. I was not. It's just that I know how to break down. And also how to break stuff down. That's also a thing. That's, yeah, my 2 different skills I have. I like teaching people stuff. It's my favorite activity. One of, at least. I will bake you a cake out of uranium as you're bulking. Thank you. Thank you for respecting my diet. Isn't there a 50% chance you share a birthday with 23 people in the same room? Everyone in the chat, give your birthday and we have 50% probability it's one of those dates. No, it's... you got that wrong, Remco. It's not a 50% chance with 23 people. It's 50% chance that 2 people share a birthday. Because... out of 23 people, that's just 23 divided by 365. At most. Yes. Do you celebrate just your achievements? Funny enough, yeah, actually, yeah. The thing is, I have this whole thing where I only cut my hair. That's a real thing, by the way. I only cut my hair when something major happens in my life. Which is comical. So, for example, the times I've cut my hair include... one time when I moved to the place where I live right now. That's when I cut my hair. When I got 500 subscribers. When the Addition to Quantum Mechanics video blew up. When I was getting legal counsel for the first time, and it was... I can't talk about that much, but it was a whole thing. So only when major things happen in my life, that's only when I get a haircut. It's a genuine tradition of mine. I'm gonna get one in a month too, because I'm switching to completely doing fully YouTube full-time, and that will count. Is my make it handsome because he is, or is he because he is handsome? That's a good question. What's your current hair length? Quite long, actually. Yeah, it has not much happened recently for me. It is quite long. But don't worry, because I will. The legal counsel. It was expensive as fuck. You know how expensive lawyers are? Really expensive. Really, really expensive. It was like, oh my goodness. An hour of their time was... Oh wait, what was it? Was it 15 minutes or was it half an hour? It was really expensive. Make it, why are you switching doing YouTube full time? Because then I can make more videos. I don't... That's why. And I like making videos. I want to make as many videos as possible. Do you know, like, Satisfactory? It seems like a great game for you. Satisfactory is actually my favorite game. It is. I like it a lot, but I haven't played it in a while because I haven't quite got the time. Favorite offline game? Yeah. Actually, favorite offline... Well, I have a lot of favorite games. Oxygen not included, Satisfactory, The Finals, Doom Eternal. Is Make It a Corporate Slave still? Oh no, only... Well, technically I still, like, from time to time, right now, do stuff. But in a month, that's all over. In a month, I'm completely cutting away and just... doing YouTube full time. That's a bad idea. I know, I heard you. Atoms are every real things. Right here, we want an atom. And I want a nice looking atom. That's why we're gonna not pick a normal looking atom. We're gonna pick the atom from the most recent video, elementary particles, in which there's this segment. And this is probably the best looking atom I've ever made. So I'm gonna just copy it. There's nothing there. I don't mean to be that guy, but shouldn't there be something there? There we go. Oh, that is a good looking atom, isn't it? If I declare graviton to be fake, will you cut your hair? No. If you prove the existence of a graviton, then I will just cut it completely. I'll go bald. But for that, you would need to prove the existence of it. Then I'm not taking like half... No, full on. You would need to prove the graviton's existence. That's a good looking one, isn't it? Ashad, actually, I mean, it would be a bangers of a project, wouldn't it? If we could get Flame, Reblax, Remco, just like a complete, with Ashad, you know, like a complete research group. Oxygen Not Included, I used to play it, but now I just watch. Too tedious for me. I love Oxygen Not Included, my goodness, I'm so good at making colonies at this point. I want the current length of your hair. Do you really want me? I can measure it if you want, but I'm gonna just pick out a random one and measure it because I'm not gonna give you an average or anything. I'm just gonna pick a random strand of hair. So, you know, it's gonna be off. Okay, one strand is 9.6 centimeters, but that's a random one on the side. That's not long. Absolutely beautiful, and thank you, Boo. Finally, someone appreciates me. But it's not good enough. What I would like to do is I would like to have it loop in a way so that it would be animated, you know, to have a bit of swag, as kids these days call it. So we're going to have, oh piss, that's always so annoying. This noise texture is what controls the volume. So 5.1, as our original one. And then what we want is we want to mix these together. There we go. 0, 0, 1, 5.1, 5 points. Would 2 be enough? Or do we need a 3? Let's try a 3. Yeah, it's going too quickly at the end. Nah, piss. Hi, the fine main. I'm afraid because I'm insanely free these days. If you want me to do a fine video, just tell me and I'll do it. Would you mind then telling me? Damn it, I don't have. Actually, I do have a math video I'm gonna make soon, next week, for which I will need a shit ton of research. I mean, I saw your comment for the math video. If you could explain exactly how graphically it works, that would be solid for me. 8-hour internship, 4 days a week. That's great. Machin didn't greet me. I did. I'm a bit behind in chat. You gotta give me a second. You're gonna make it look like fluid energy? Kind of, yes. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. The only problem is I need to match it correctly. I need to match the speed. It's going from... Okay, so we want it to start going back at 5.2. Right here, 90. This should... Well, the trick there being that both of these have to be linear. And also this is constant, which means what we actually want is we want this to be 5.1 and at 90 we want it to be 5. Like this. And that way, if we also do this one as linear, and if we do this one as 5 keyframe, because we want the keyframes to be full, okay, could it please work with Eevee? Possible to interpolate between the inner particles are revealed. How do you mean? Hold on, I need to plug this out because I want to check if it works. There is nothing there. Give it a second. It's rendering. There we go. I love how at some point Blender just gives up. It doesn't render anymore. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. This doesn't seem like a seamless loop. Probably because we're starting at 5.1. Piss! We're starting at 5.1. Are we not ending at 5.1 too? We are ending at 5.1. What's the problem then? Oh, there's just nothing. You're not rendering anything. Okay, we're ending at 5.1. We're starting at 5.1. Why is this different then? I don't mean to be that guy, but right here, this should be 5.1. Right, maybe not clamp factor. I don't know. What are you doing? 0.1 range. I don't care for it. I don't mean to be that guy, but it should be the exact same thing. It's already normalized. I don't need to clamp it. Solid making music play in a cool way. So far I'm trying to loop it and failing miserably. Why isn't this working? It should be working. This should be the same as this. There should be absolutely no difference between them. How could they be different? They're the same. Wait, 5, 9, 0.6. They are the same one. I am so confused. They look pretty similar. And similar is good. So, okay, they are similar there. Maybe it's because I'm putting them through a color. No, they are the same. And then as they change... They are the same. Okay, so Blender is lying to me. Make it your hair is short. I know, because I normally have short hair. That's the pickle there. Also, I picked a random strain, so on the side. Yeah, advertisement's my favorite. Something for Christmas, like a Christmas house. I could do a Christmas stream, which I am going to do because I mean I'm gonna be streaming for Christmas. I just don't know if I should be streaming for American or European time. It might be because we're stuck on the same one. So if we do 119, okay. So now what we need is well, not need, only what I'd like to do is I would like to loop it. Right here we have 1, 2, 3. And then modifiers cycles. Sweet, right? Sweet indeed, we did it. The first try, didn't even try, it was easy. Told ya I could do it. Sick. Ah. That's a good looking atom. Now we can move it back a bit, so it'll be more in focus. And then maybe even make it bigger. Sweet. Atoms 0, 60, 62, 120, 119, I think. Next 2019. Nah, who cares, render. Bye, hello, bye, have a good one. Day center is gonna be 4 days after the end of the month. Oh yeah, oh piss. That's gonna be a difficult one to pull off. I don't know if I'll have internet then. I mean, I'm gonna try to organize it in a way so that I will have internet. But it ain't gonna be easy. I just want you to appreciate how much trouble I'm going through just to stream every day. Anyhow, I need more coffee. I'm feeling asleep. Make it a 4-hour stream if you can't do 20 hours. I could. I could play Doom Eternal for Christmas. I think that would be hilarious. What else? Make it a 5-minute stream. Oh, actually a great idea. Just walk on a video for... Oh, that's genius. Walk on a video for Christmas. That's gonna be the quantum mechanics video. That's good. Make it 20 days, we can stream 2 hours. Hi, feeling asleep, I'm Podgen. Hi, Podgen, I'm feeling asleep, alright? Hold on. Hi, the Gemma, I'm always making it. Absolutely always making it. That's my whole shtick. Okay. Fun fact, I have to finish this video in 4 days now, I think. uploaded the last one recently already. 30-year stream. Exactly. Why am I feeling so sick? But not in a good way, not as in sunglasses sick. I'm more like vomiting emoji sick. No Christmas tree video making, addiction demands walking. Exactly. When 2 year stream anniversary? In 2 months, isn't it? Because it's 720. Or 730? That one looks cool. Thank you! The most breathtaking, beautiful mucus ball I've ever seen. Hi, this is G. Welcome. Ha. My taskbar broke again. Festive. Let me check the script real quick. That's gonna be a pickle to render this entire chapter. Make who monitors the calls podium? No one. Just when people ping me that something bad is happening, then I just ban whoever is doing the bad thing. Why am I feeling so asleep? Hold on. Something's wrong with me. I need to stretch, that's the problem. Give me a second. Alright. Okay. By the way, how is everyone's day going today? How are you all doing? How are you feeling? Make me mod. I am professional at being late to stream. Maybe your mind needs some rest. No, it's not that I'm feeling mentally tired, I'm feeling physically tired. You know how when you have a cold, for example, you know how when you have a cold you feel exhausted, but it feels more like your entire body is exhausted rather than you specifically. That's basically what I'm feeling right now. Great, I'm glad you're feeling great, TCG. Reasonable question for you maybe, but I don't really answer it, so maybe you can help. How do you calculate the inner height of a tetrahedron? I am awful with geometry. Tetrahedron. Which one is it? Oh no, that's like the last stream. Oh, tetrahedron, you say? Whoa, Didi, what an oddly specific question. You wouldn't believe it, but... Was this one? But we've been doing some maths last stream, and... height of a tetrahedron. Well, oh no, we didn't do it this way, did we? No way, it's Reblax! What a coincidence! Didi just asked a tetrahedron question. I know how well you know geometry. I'm awful with geometry. That's not any ordinary mod, that's specifically the math expert. Reblax, the one and only. What was the question? Like, 2 comments above your comment. Okay, geometry, but depends on the question. I've been away from home for a week reviewing 5th grade math and reading sad war novels. That doesn't seem like a fun way to spend time. Actually, you could also help me with my problem. Oh, we haven't solved my problem. Yeah, I just now remembered. We haven't finished the last stream, have we? Because I made some mistakes. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made indeed. So basically, let me try this again. We have P0, from which we offsetted by an R vector. We get, no wait, P, that's not P0. That's P negative 1, from which we offsetted by an R vector like this, from which we get P0. And then we... You both, Remco and Roblox, you both have black and white icons, and your nicknames are about the same length, and they both start with RE. I feel schizophrenic sometimes when I look at your conversations. I bet you could get trillions of views by making a geometry video where you explain formulas. And after this organic chemistry video, the next one will be a math video explaining formulas, so... I read like just my math skilled alter ego. Okay, so right here then, we put the other way, but this one isn't going to be R, it's going to be RD. That's because we don't know the exact, and from it we can construct the triangle. Which means, there we go, in order to get the length of RD, we need P0, triangle, then center point, it's gonna be height. This is going to be, oh boy, from the center point of a triangle. From the center point of a triangle up to P1. Now this is the length of our vector. No, but seriously, you can see it. Am I the insane one here? It really looks like... I didn't know vectors are even useful in chemistry. This isn't for chemistry, this is just to make an animation. That's just because I want to make an animation. You're insane, but that's beside the point, make it. Alright, what's the length of this? That's from the center point to a side, correct? Which means that if we have a triangle like this, then once you have a center point C, the side... Actually, doing math problems in 3 dimensions isn't all that different from 2 dimensions now that I think about this. It's just a bit harder to keep track of. So we need the formula again for the height of a... Oh wait, but this is gonna be HF because that's the flat height. Right. Such a short time frame says the fact they're twins. They really are twins! Actually no, clones, more accurate. What is math? Who knows? The only cloning facility is the one you know. Oh, exactly, that's how I make my interns, actually. How else am I gonna get my free specialized labor? Ah, okay. We need triangles. Was it called the centroid? I don't remember. I remember it was called this one, triangle center. Yes. That's not what I'm looking for. Call it triangle center. Poor mods can get a pay grade. Yes, totally. If you donate more money, I'll totally eventually give it to my interns. 100%. You can, and that's a make it-ish guarantee. We can get the H simple, but what's the... How does the center point divide the H? It's Square root of 3 side divided by 2. That's the height. Right, but I don't care about the height, do I? HF is equal to length of the R vector. Square root of 3 divided by 2. That's the H flat. Now I want to divide it into 2 different segments. I haven't had food in 8 days. It sounds like one needs to know a lot of math to become an animated game dev. I mean, I could do it without the math, but I feel like it's more fun if I do it with the math. Remco, if you behave, I'll give you a 3-fold pay increase. That's if you behave. That would be your Christmas bonus. Would you like the idea of make it anime? Of course I would like the idea of make it anime. How much work would that would take though? Centroid of the triangle. How does it divide the height? Central equilateral triangle. How does divide the height? The only raise I'm raising is my whiskey glass right now. That goes so hard though. My goodness. Is it a regular tetrahedron in the problem? Yes, it is. It is a regular... Oh, no, I don't know which problem actually. Think about that. 2 problems floating around right now. 3 times 0 is still 0. I know. I know. I'm fully aware. Drink away the memory, make it. Is that math? Yes, it is, unfortunately. What's your opinion 0 to 0th power? Isn't that undefined? I'm specifically clicking the equilateral one because I want to know how does it divide the height. Yes, you. How would you divide the height of a triangle? I'm just wondering, just curious, just asking for a friend. Area centroid, yeah. GA, that's all I need to know. Chemistry, don't care. Make it, what are you doing? I'm trying to make a molecule. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. I have the power to pull my hand to make an anime out of you. There is no way. Prove it. I don't believe you. Wait, you're so wrong. You're so right, Ashad. Ashad, you are so right. That's... Oh my goodness, you are so right. Centroid is at the middle, and this is R. Except we would need now to know this difference, so I guess piss with me. I have 1.5 whiskey liter bottle right now and I don't know if it will make the morning. It's that kind of the night, huh? I get it. Listen, if you're gonna drink alone, then whiskey is the least sad drink. That's actually why I don't drink alone. That's the main reason. Well, one of the reasons why I don't drink is because I would have to drink alone, which I consider a very sad activity. Solution is my math channel. We have a genuine mathematician. Yes, I think so. Look at this picture. Oh! It's height divided by 2. That's the floor. So if that's... Okay, so that's the h. However, wait, is that the same h? I don't know if that helps, actually. Oh, never mind, you're talking about the other problem. No, that's not the one no. Yeah, I'm doing a different thing. Reblack saying I'm not a mathematician yet is certainly something. Okay, it's fine. I can make it. I want to make it. Right here we know this. We need to know this. That's all we need to know. And that's the center point. Where is centroid in relation? How does centroid divide the height? Basically, that's all I'm looking for. I don't care for the applications of triangles. I care for... But in an equilateral triangle, how does a centroid divide the height? Triangle... How does a centroid divide the height? All I want to know. That is absolutely all I want to know. Those are piss off. Oh, the lingual triangle. The centroid divides the upper part, lower part equal 2 to 1. You know what? At this point, I'm just gonna trust you. I'm just gonna trust you that it's 2 to 1. I don't even. I'm just gonna trust you, which means that this, the bottom one, is HF divided by 3. Yes. Hence, it's going to be this divided by 3, so square root of 3, 6. Correct? Which means this right here will be the length of our R vector times square root of 3 by 6. And therefore, h squared plus this mess, square root of 3 divided by 6 squared, is equal to this squared. And then, if we have this, then we can just keep the h squared is equal to r vector squared minus this mess, which would be r vector squared times 3/36, which would be 1/12, which would mean times 11/12, question mark, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which means h would be equal to length of the vector square root of 11 divided by square root of 12, which is cool. That's cool. Okay, so that will be the length of our so length, this means that the length of the, hold on, r vector d is equal to r vector length times square root of 11 divided by square root of 12. What does h stand for? Height. One of them at least. We have the height and we have the height flat. They're different, that's important. Planck's constant. How did you know I'm a physicist? Okay, so we have this so far, which means that right now we got the center point. Okay, we have the point 1. Let me just put here in big letters. Point 0 is equal to point 1 plus vector. That's how we get point 0. Then center point is equal to point 0 plus this vector divided by its length to normalize it and just extract the direction times its length square root of 11 divided by square root of 12, which means that this way we can just have this vector square root of 11 divided by square root of 12, and there we go. That's how we got the center point. Can I know the length of the triangle and the angles? It's the equilateral triangle. The length of the side is the length of R, and each angle is 60 degrees. But we're trying to solve a tetrahedron, not a triangle. We're doing it in 3 dimensions. And then what we need is we need this lovely thing, because now what we need to do is we need to find that's more like a V than R. Just wait till you see how Reblax writes down R's. Reblax has such an unbelievably French font. It's honestly, it's mad. Reblax's font is just... You know how, was it Fourier transform, I think? Where it's like an extremely fancy F? It's basically that except for every character. Like such a French font. It looks really nice though. To be fair. Why would he have a French font when he's French? Okay, so we have this so far. We have the center point, we have the point 0. Now it's time for us to figure out point 1. Now point 1 will be equal to C, center point of our triangle, plus L vector. What is the L vector? I am so glad you all asked. L vector will be responsible for offsetting our point. So it has to be orthogonal to the R vector. That's not a French font, that's just me. You have French font in your blood. So this, actually speaking of Reblax's French font yesterday on stream, this is precisely the way for us to get a orthogonal vector. So this will give us a vector of a direction that's orthogonal, which means L phi, in which case L vector would be equal to L B, hold on, L B divided by the length of L phi, because I have no idea how long that vector is, multiplied by the freaking this thing, correct? The flat height divided by, that's h, this square root of 3, 6 times square root of 3, 6, and this should give us the L vector, which will offset the point in the random direction, and that way we have point 0, center point, and point 1, and once we have the center point, once we have the point 1, it should be simple, am I right? I'm my own person, I make my bad writing choices by my own volition. Music, if we're currently doing back symphonies. Exactly. Okay. Now what we need to do... Oh, piss. Reblax. I have two options here. One of them would be to do it the simple way. The other one would be to do it the any other way, please Lord. Because what I could do, one solution to our problem, is to rotate the L vector around the R vector by 60 degrees. The problem is, that's such a fucking difficult task. Sometimes mathematicians get a bit quirky and use musical symbols for stuff. That's so mathematics. Multiply by root 3 over 2, I think. But how is that gonna rotate the vector around? I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to, simply. I mean, once we have a method to... We have this, which is already 3 points. That's good. That's -1, by the way. -1 plus R and this. And push the center point by L and we get the first point. And then all we need to do is figure out the second point. Can you make the tetrahedron on Blender and then measure the vectors that way? That's not how it works. I mean, I could... Ah, piss. How to rotate the vector? This way. Hold on, actually. Rotation matrix. Yeah, but the problem is, how would I do this kind of rotation matrix? Because it would have to be a 3-dimensional rotation matrix. And rotating by 60 degrees on an arbitrary axis with a rotation matrix is not for a fun time. Like, Remco, the vector around which polymatrices, what are polymatrices? I've heard that before, or maybe that was just poly exclusion principle, I don't know. This freaking poly guy, am I right? Just constantly inventing stuff. Or extension, yeah, how they work. I can rotate in 3D matrices, but can you do it around an arbitrary axis? So not around x-axis, not around z-axis, not around y-axis, only around an arbitrary axis. Which means the, you won't be rotating around 1, 0, 0, for example, only you would be rotating around 0.33, 0.4, and then 0.23, or whatever. You know, it's around an arbitrary axis, not a specific one. Could you do that? That is possible. I know it's possible because you can do it in Blender. I'm wondering how to do it in a simple way. What are you even trying to do? I'm trying to make a carbon chain, or rather, I'm trying to create geometry nodes that will make a carbon chain for me. Obviously, can't you tell? I'm fine. I have 3 points. 3. Then do it in Blender. Oh boy. Oh, my spine just crunched. Oh, that was... I felt that. Only block sphere, which you are not in. I don't... Okay, so here's basically what I'm trying to do. Allow me to show you. We have a plane, right? We're gonna take this plane, we're gonna go into edit mode. We're going to merge all these at center. Move the point up. And move another point down, and move another point forward. Basically, we have like this kind of shape, right? That's kind of what we're working with. And we want to take this point, we want to rotate it around a central point like this by 60 degrees. The only problem is that we don't know on which axis we'll be doing it, which means our lines could be rotated this way. And now if we rotate around the Z, that's wrong. That's not what we want. We want this, not this. Which means it won't be on a z-axis, it won't be on the y-axis, it won't be on the x-axis. It will be some arbitrary line that depends on this line. Rotation by angle around the axis U. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, that works. That works. Okay, that works. My goodness, that's a monster. That's a monster of an equation. But you know what? That's a matrix, by the way. I don't know if geometry nodes have matrices in them. I don't think so. I think that was only in Unreal. Oh, piss. That's awful looking. That's absolutely awful looking. I love it. Okay, so yeah, so we have... Can I really not drop it in? Brenda, come on. You're unbelievable. Piss, I spilled coffee on my keyboard. Alright. I spilled... Ah, piss! That's an old keyboard anyway, doesn't matter. I just don't want it to break, because I will have to buy a new one. But usually your axis is nice. I can normalize it. I can normalize the length one, that's not difficult. I'm sorry, what happened with my... There you are. Okay. So... So basically, in case y'all are wondering what I meant, It is import add reference image. Sweet. It is basically... Oh, Blender, why do you filter stuff this way? Oh my goodness. Sort by modified date. This is the equation. Enjoy writing all that. Writing? I'll have to implement this. Okay, good. But that's good. That's good, though. That's good. At least we have a method. Which means that now we can take this, and then all we have to do is... so we take the equation, write this one, and then we take the R, and P2 will be equal to R applied on L vector, where right here theta will be 60 and U vector will be R vector divided by its length. And then wait, no, plus C, of course. And then the same one will be for P3. The only difference is right here L vector plus C, and this one right here will be theta equals 120. That's just additional. And then once again U is equal to R vector divided by... Now the only problem is we have to implement all of this. Even as if that matrix is indeed a monster, it really is a monster. But it could be worse. It could be worse, okay? Where did you learn to animate? Nowhere. I just started animating and then I got better with time. Can you explain vectors for a 10th grader? That's simple, multiple numbers. I've made a whole video about vectors, which none of you apparently have seen. A whole video just dedicated to vectors from a more computer scientific point of view. Let's do physics in 7 dimensions. There is even a matrix over there in the thumbnail. A vector is an element of a vector space. I dislike vector spaces so much. Burning hatred with a passion. What is Make It doing? I made-ish, kind of, a tetrahedron. I think. I hope. Vectors in arrow. The vector spaces are cool. They're not cool though, are they? They're so obvious. Vector spaces are like in mathematics, just like fields in physics. They are so unbelievably obvious that they become confusing. I don't know if you'll get what I mean. Like a vector space, that's just a space. have very obvious definition, and now you have defined the thing. You can think about it, but that's the problem. That's what annoyed me. So it took me genuine months to figure out what vector spaces are, because every definition was so obvious, and I just didn't believe. Like, there's no way that's it. It's just like a place in which we can have vectors. That's all it is. It's a space. Vector space already know a bunch of stuff that's actually raw power of abstraction for you. That is a fair point. I need a break after this, I'll be honest, because this is painful. This is a pain. And I don't even know if it's gonna work. I'm fine, I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. So, right here, based on 2 points, we'll be able to figure out the rest of a tetrahedron, which is nice. Actually, based on the center point of a tetrahedron, then the one other point. I need a break. Let's do something funny. Oh, also the animation rendered, the one with the atom. By the way. What should we do to relax? Group a ring, you have nothing to do with their English names, they're just a set of axioms. So BS make it, I tell you. Reblax likes his math raw. Growth ending groups torment me. I still don't understand Lie groups even. How? I mean, I know what they are. It's so confusing. You know what? I need a break. Let's play a video game to relax. I think the group are easier than Lie groups. Are they really? Loons. No, Remco, we're not playing loons. What in the ever-living hell is Lie algebra? Right? And apparently, like, it's just thinking about groups, except algebraically? Why? How? What? I'm not a mathematician. I'm not gonna... No, I will not. Cookie clicker. Oh, cookie clicker is solid, but no. Anything but fake Fortnite. Oh no, Remco, you've been too late. I've already turned it on. It would be a shame someone invented investor elements. I know I'm making the voice channel. You're gonna rickroll me again. In this video, I want to say thanks for being you. Good content, mate. Oh, thank you for this. You've just missed the math segment of the stream. Well, the math segment will still be to come. I'm just taking a bit of a break because I can't deal with this. Doesn't look like organic chemistry. Flame, you've just missed it. You really just missed it. I've been losing my mind. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. Flame is here. That's like I have more pressing questions to Flame. Hold on. Flame, I'm scripting the segment for the chemistry video, and the only problem is I'm making up all these molecules, but I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself with actually checking their names. I get the rules for naming, but I don't actually trust myself. Like, for example, right here, I'm trying to showcase how you can slowly but surely... This isn't chemistry or math. Scammed, exactly. Uh-oh. He's been playing the entire stream. No, don't tell my secrets. Maybe the real math segment was the friends we made along the way. I mean, we still haven't implemented that, so it could just as well not work, you know? We still haven't implemented that, so... There's no guarantee this will work. In fact, there's some evidence just otherwise. I'm fine. Already I can see a mistake. Oh no, what is the mistake? What is the mistake? Your thumb is always very creative. Thank you. Especially for streams. Because right here I was trying to go step by step. I was actually verifying all of these. Funny enough, what's really convenient about the internet is that you can just copy paste a name molecule and you will get like a pubchem, you know, just telling you that a molecule exists and just be like, oh yeah, so I guess methylheptanyl is valid since it's just there in the database. 2-methylbutanol is... This is wrong? That's actually not mine! Oh, I specifically went with this molecule because it wasn't mine. I think it was from LibreText. Oh no! Is it really wrong? Methylbutanol. I mean, heptanyl works. Methylbutanol. Is it really wrong? 3-methylbutanol. Oh, 3 because from the other side. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because from the wrong side. Because the naming goes from the oxygen. I knew it was gonna be something. Writing girls need to be taken in. Your naming is wrong. Piss. Well, that was to be expected. Hide the flame.
Hello.
It's a bad sign when you join in like this, I'll be honest.
You pull it up and I look at the top.
I have a question.
Immediately there's a
Funny,
mistake.
you know what's really annoying to me though? I knew I was gonna screw up the names of these. I knew, and so because of that, I decided I wouldn't go with I wouldn't create a single example. I would just take them from different textbooks and whatnot. There's just tons of material on this. This isn't mine actually. Hence why it's just a screenshot.
Can you show me where you got it from?
I don't know where I got
really
this specific
bad.
from.
Like, IUPAC is the one thing they should never be getting wrong in textbooks.
Did I not link? Oh, I scripted this yesterday on... No, I can't tell you where I got it from.
Your sources?
Yeah, I only got the IUPAC linked. And also in case you'd like to know how many isomers...
University.
I could say... So what?
One of the sources was QMOL, which is Queen Mary's University of London. I've been there.
This one?
It was the...
That's the IUPAC. That's what I've been... That's where I got the screenshots I've been sending.
Where did they get it from?
The fun Marcus. Well...
I saw in the URL. I can't see it on the
I have a question.
stream, but...
I have a question. Is there any sense to the priorities on functional groups? Because that's what happened.
There is,
just the
but you have to
convention?
memorize it, and I
Okay, so it is.
memorized it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, there are some sources for this. Let me see if I can.
I mean, I know there are some sources because in IUPAC there is a list.
No, but like from some Discord servers.
Oh well, which chapter was
There's
it?
one chemistry server where they had like a whole thing for IUPAC.
Yeah, I mean,
the server got nuked.
In the third, there is just characters of functional substitute groups. I think it was the third one, where they just list them all. But not this way, unfortunately. What really sucks is that I can't use IUPAC for my examples because every single one of them is a loop-de-loop. I'm not joking, by the way. Look at this.
What do you mean?
Look at this mess. Every single one of the molecules they discuss is a loop-de-loop. Like, the longer you go, every single one of them. Every single one of them is a loop-de-loop.
I mean, maybe this is just an IUPAC thing on cyclic molecules.
No, that's the blue book. That's the blue book. That's chapter 2. You can see all of them are loop-de-loop. Then you can go to chapter 3. All of them are loop-de-loops. Then you go to chapter 4.
Yeah, maybe that's just the entire thing. Maybe
that's the functional groups. Oh, that's the thing I was looking for, I think. The functional groups, right? Complete list of suffixes and functional replacement dialogues. Preferred names. There we go. Yeah, carboxylic acid is top.
Yeah.
That's what those. Yeah. So I should just go with IUPAC and not with anything else.
Everything else is IUPAC. That's how we name stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's just that. I mean, I know. It's just that. I mean, like for examples.
Oh,
Because
you mean for examples?
Yeah, because I don't want to come up with them myself.
Most of the time,
mess
you can
them
just double check by, if you think you have a name for a molecule, just Google the name, and if all the images are of the wrong molecule, then you know you've got the name wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
That's literally works 95% of the time. It only doesn't work. The only time it didn't work for me was when I made new molecules that hadn't been made before.
That's such a flex. Subtle flex, but go off, honestly. There we go. Based on some chat messages. Hi, the beard man. Philip 11th. There's priority in groups that needs to be taken in. Your naming is wrong. Dave really just joined in to say that and left.
Based.
There is someone. Oh no, that's my effect on chemists. They usually just join in, see that I
See that you don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, and then just leave it right away. I'm not a chemist. I'm just I'm just spreading misinformation about chemistry online as a hobby.
Where is this comment?
Up. You're studying at the same university? Do you know Valheim, as in the game? I have heard about it. Hold on. Never mind. I don't need to take a break. We have a chemist in the chat. That's good enough for me. In the voice call. Ah.
Oh no, I've made you quit the finals.
Yeah, I don't need it anymore. I wanted to take a break because have you seen what I've been doing? You haven't because you joined in right.
I kind of opened the tab a couple times. Yeah, I kind of looked at it. I was like, never mind.
It's basically, you know what I'm trying to do?
Theory?
No, this is the dumbest thing in existence. You know what I'm trying to do?
What?
This is such an unbelievable overkill. I'm trying to make geometry nodes to make it easier for my video. I'm trying to make geometry nodes in which you basically link up nodes like this. So for example, carbon, 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 and then Blender will automatically fill in the hydrogens and also put them in the appropriate orientation to showcase the actual shape of the molecule. So if you
you're trying to engineer what 500 different pieces of software already do.
Yes, but in Blender, geometry nodes, huh?
Okay.
So basically, if you set up the geometry nodes for cyclohexane, it's not gonna be flat. For benzene, it is gonna be flat. And honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, look at this. It's not that bad. It's honestly just this. It's just this thing right here. And the really fun Remco given rotation matrix for an arbitrary axis also. I'm having fun. It's good. It's a good life. I like making organic chemistry videos.
Surely someone has made what you're trying to do before.
I mean, probably. I could check, I guess. But I mean, it's not about the destination, it's about the friends we make along the way, you know. Blender, add-on. Actually more like organic.
Oh, molecular Blender add-on.
Yeah,
you can just build molecules in Blender
organic
for $2.
Oh, for $10. Oh, but that's money. Oh, you mean to tell me I have to pay money for something that
instead of
someone
spending
already
20 hours making your own?
Exactly. Right, that's not economic.
Obviously, I think it is because it's worth more than minimum wage.
I'm not worth more than minimum wage.
Yeah, essentially.
To be fair, I would probably buy it if it's a good one. No, it's for proteins.
I'll send you the one I've got. This is molecules add-on. I don't know what this is. I just googled it.
They've recently changed up the add-ons in Blender. Oh, that's the one?
Yeah.
They've recently changed up the atoms method 2 by actually that's pretty good price. And you really can just make molecules. Oh, but that would require me to admit defeat.
Sunk cost fallacy.
It really is.
Sunk cost fallacy right there.
Oh, and that's with a... Oh, that's not even phenyl, is it? Oh, wow.
What molecule is...
That's terrifying looking. That's like phenol except with
that's
alcohol
weird.
endings.
Are the reds... Oh, no, it's hydrogen. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got 3 alcohol groups and an amine.
Oh, wait, so is it just phenol with 2 alcohol groups attached?
Well, not the entire molecule.
No, I mean, yeah, I only mean this. Because this
Yeah.
would be... Hold on, the longest chain is this one, these 3, I think. So that would be propane except it has an...
I'm not gonna lie,
alcohol.
as soon as rings are involved, I just don't know the IUPAC. Like, I just never bothered to remember it.
Yeah, actually, if there's a benzene, then does it count as a ring or does it count as a functional group of phenyl? Because that's... I think this would be...
Wait, what do you mean? Can you ask that again?
So when you have a ring of hexane, then that works in the naming. Wait, am I wrong? Does it not work as a base, as a chain? What is the name for it? My brain is mush at this point. I've been... I spent the past... yesterday, I've been awake for... I don't remember how many hours, somewhere around 20, and the last 4 hours I've just spent going over the actual IUPAC. I was really thankful for this briefing, but then I realized that it's actually missing a fair bit. Not as in missing a fair bit of the naming convention, only it kind of assumes that you know the naming convention by then. And so I just had to go through the actual... Well, I've been sending the screenshots. It's really fun. It's cool. I'm having fun.
Hello, Boo.
Hi, the Boo.
He's waiting, and he's gonna scare us by saying Boo.
He really rickrolled me. He's gonna rickroll me again.
When we least expect it.
IUPAC stands for Inter-Universal Photo and Camera. That's true. That's a true fact. There's nothing I love more than spreading chemistry misinformation online. All right. I don't know why all of them are... I think, actually, no, I feel like... You know how you just mentioned that once the rings get involved? I think that's the reason why all of these are loop-de-loops. Because they just consider chains to be...
Yeah, because it's complex.
Yeah, because the chains to be so obvious that they don't even bother to include a single one. This is what I meant,
like, the whole document is, like, advanced IUPAC.
Then you have this. Like, I mean, that's not a molecule.
Yeah, this is stuff that, like, no one needs to know. Like, even someone who makes these molecules for a living, they probably don't need to memorize this. They probably just work it out, you know? Like, what? What is that?
How is that physically... It's a... No, no. Also, but I do have to say, as much as I love IUPAC, functional groups are awful. Awful, just absolutely awful.
Why?
It's because the whole point, the whole beauty of IUPAC is that it brings a standard way to approach, you know, organic molecules. It standardizes everything. And whenever I see functional groups, I just feel like chemists were like, what new new arrangement of atoms? Just call it a functional group and give it its own name. It really feels like it's going against it.
It's more for the naming, so it's like you can hear the name and then you know what the functional groups are.
Well, if you have all 60 of them memorized. Carboxylic acid? What is that? Never heard of it.
That's the thing, though. Like, they are actually easy to remember. Because for me, like, I know most functional groups,
I'm joshing around.
not by remembering, but just by doing chemistry. You just get used to what they mean.
I know I'm joshing around. That's why I said carboxylic acid.
There are niche ones like the
Yeah, but carboxylic is the top one, the CaOH.
But there was one in my summer research, there was this thing, propygyl alcohol. That propygyl group, I'd never heard of that before, but it's like an actual thing.
Wait, propygyl is a... Oh, it's a group. It's a functional group. I thought it was prop coming from gyl.
Oh, what was it?
GIL. Propygyl.
No, because the postdoc was like, oh, this is a propygyl group. And we just stuck it on other stuff.
My favorite is the YL. I don't even remember. Alkyls? Is that what they are?
Alkyne?
Not the one with like an alkyne except mixing hydrogen, like methyl or ethyl or propyl.
What?
Like an alkyne but missing a hydrogen, so that it becomes a group. That's my favorite one because it makes things so much more confusing and fun, and I'm enjoying myself so much. And I'm what's the difference between R and an X in
usually R is something that's like another kind of carbon chain, usually. And X is usually a halide. So that means bromine, chlorine, fluorine. Iodine.
When you say usually
well, because there are scenarios where it's easier to use X to indicate something else.
Okay, cool. Because to me it really seemed like in it doesn't matter. I just saw the R and X being used.
If you have examples, I can tell you like what the R and the X mean.
I mean, no, I don't. I mean, the specific examples don't really matter to me, obviously, because, well, I'm not doing the specifics.
Yeah. I mean, a general rule is R usually means like a bunch of atoms, and X usually means one specific atom in one place.
I see. Okay, that actually clears up a lot. That makes sense. Okay.
But most of the time, that's going to be X for a halide, and R for a carbon chain or something.
What's the title of the video? I don't know. Something with organic chemistry. I'm probably just gonna call it organic chemistry, leave it at that. Everyone's gonna click on it because everyone loves organic chemistry so much. To be fair, okay, no, but to be completely fair, I will probably be making more organic chemistry videos. You are so right. They would be so fun to visualize.
Yep.
Putting the pain of my entire personality being against understanding organic chemistry, putting that aside, they are so fun to visualize. My goodness, it helps so much.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun in my summer project, even though it was organic, just because I was like, it's just really cool to make something new.
Oh, and another thing, I did mention the chemistry, but I don't think I mentioned it on the stream when you joined in. I finally figured out how hybridization works.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because basically when you hybridize, what confused me is that, to me, it really seemed like when you hybridize, you basically create a new orbital. As in, instead of having an s orbital and a p orbital, you have an sp orbital, which, I mean, yeah. But from a physics point of view, it's not really like you're creating a new orbital, because that would require new quantum numbers, which, I mean, the whole point of them being quantized is that you can't have anything in between. Instead, it is just the electrons with the s quantum numbers, the p quantum numbers, except their wave functions interact with each other to just create this, in quotes, orbital.
Yeah.
Which makes so much more sense now that I know this. What I mentioned right here is, when I said that it's just maths, I had the quote, hold on. What was the quote? Okay, instead of treating the hybridized as 4 different orbitals, and so now they are no longer eigenstates of the angular momentum operator. This is... It's not as bad as it sounds. They are no longer eigenstates.
It's a thing in chemistry. It's kind of just, we call it mixing, where it's just like things kind of mix, and we say they make new orbitals, but they're not really making new orbitals. They're just
Yeah, because obviously they
picking
can't
up properties.
physically.
Yeah.
Quantum mechanics, the whole deal. But they are no longer eigenstates of the angular momentum operator. That sentence cleared it up so much for me. I feel like it makes so much sense. And you're probably familiar, but you know what eigen is in maths, right?
I'm trying to remember.
It's like basically, to oversimplify a fair bit, it's like for vectors, for example, you can think of it as a general direction. So when you have an eigen vector, so when you have a group of vectors, eigenvectors, you have an eigenvector, and all the vectors from it would be kind of like vectors lying on the line of that vector, pointing in that direction. I don't know if that makes sense.
So the eigenvector is the direction, and the other vectors
That's how you can think of it.
Direction and magnitude?
Yeah, that's how you can think of it. Eigenvector would give you direction, and then it's not quite that, because then you have eigenbases, eigenstates, eigen everything eigen. But basically, when you see eigen, you can think of it as like the certain direction, abstract concept of a direction. And so when you have, and so now they are no longer eigenstates of the angular momentum operator. What this basically means is that we're changing the wave function around so that...
So they're no longer set to that direction.
Yes, so we're no longer approaching them as their own basis wave functions, only we're creating a new abstract wave function. And that's why they don't have the angular, the Azimuth quantum number. And that's why the Azimuth quantum number is not 1, it's not 1.5, it's not 2. It's just mathematically not a thing anymore. It's...
Right.
I'm not explaining it well. I'm really not.
I mean, I should know this anyway from quantum mechanics. I just kind of...
I don't think you should, because it's such an obscure thing. I've genuinely never seen anyone actually... going in depth about the hybridization, because the thing is, for chemistry you don't need to know what the wave function is doing when it's hybridizing, and for quantum mechanics,
in chemistry we just say stuff is mixing, and that's it.
Exactly. For chemistry, that's why right here I actually go into like two different explanations for hybridization: the quantum mechanical one and the organic chemistry one. And the organic chemistry one is just that the carbon bonds with 4 things. That's the explanation basically. It just wants to bond with 4 things. No 2 bonds are better than the other 2. They're all equivalent bonds, and because of that, it just averages out. Graphically, it's going to look much better. But so, from a chemical point of view, you don't need to know this stuff. And from a quantum mechanical point of view, it doesn't matter, because there's nothing special about hybridizing.
Yeah.
There's no difference between a hybridized orbital and any other orbital. It's really fun. The thing is, I really have to use Skyhub more often, because I'm not used to using papers in my research. That's not because I don't like papers, only because before you told me about Skyhub, I just physically couldn't use them. I did not have the access, which, well, it was a fair bit restricting, I would say. So I really need to get in the spirit of using actual research papers. Although, to be fair, scientists also don't make it easy. They're trying their best to make their papers unusable really often.
It's not the scientists, it's the publishers.
Oh, like no, I mean, like, oh no, there are two barriers there. First of all, publishers obviously won't let you have anything for free. And then even once you Skyhub your way into a paper, then scientists will just use 70 different synonyms. Yeah, terminology, which... Like words which they invented and then never used again. You know, a word which has been in the entire history of man has been used once, and in that one paper.
What you need to do is you need to find a thesis on the topic, because whenever you find a thesis, it lists every single acronym and what they all mean, and it like builds everything up from pretty much first principles. So you can read a thesis from the beginning and understand it most of the time, as long as you just take time to understand what it's saying.
I really need to like get a class from you on how to research, because you would be the golden standard of research for this. I need to learn
mine
to
is still
like
quite random. Like even today I was struggling. I was looking for the band gap. Do you know what the band gap is?
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking for the
and
band
bounce.
gap of a certain material. I just couldn't find it. I actually just couldn't find. I would find these papers and they'd say like, "Oh, this deviates from the band gap because of this property," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, but what's the band gap?" It just wasn't anywhere. It was so annoying. Or they were saying like, because this was one of the perovskite materials. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
That's what my PhD is gonna be on. And it was like they would all say like, "Oh yeah, the
I know what you're
absorption
saying.
and emission
It's-
wavelengths are different to the band gap," which is weird. And it's like, "Well, what is the band gap?"
It's always so annoying because I went through a similar thing. It's basically when something is so obvious that no one bothers to mention it, and because of that, it just becomes this secret knowledge of sorts.
I mean, this was just I needed a certain value, and like the value was mentioned in a couple areas, but they didn't give like the clear source for it, you know. And I can't list a 2024 paper as the source for the band gap, you know, like. So it's yeah, it was annoying.
I know
And
it's
I needed that because it was my I was doing like nanochemistry coursework. It's due on Monday. Got to man.
nanochemistry. Wait, is that the? Actually, hold on. Quantum dots.
Yes, it was on quantum dots.
What are quantum dots exactly? Recently, I got a question on stream. Someone referring to quantum dots in terms of quantum mechanics, and all I could tell them is that it's not quantum mechanics.
It kind of is
because
it uses. Okay, so
go on.
You have semiconductors, and semiconductors are materials, and they have absorption and emission wavelengths depending on the band gap, right?
Right.
What happens is if you shrink that semiconductor material to a really small size, so essentially you've only got like a few atoms in your crystal structure.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is on the scale of like around 5 to maybe like 15 nanometers. It kind of varies. I think anywhere between like 1 and 100 nanometers is usually a nanocrystal or quantum dot. When you have a semiconductor that's that small, what happens is you get this thing called quantum confinement. Have you heard of it?
Don't remember what it is though.
Okay, it basically means that it's on such a small scale that it starts warping the properties, and it makes the band gap bigger than it should be, and that then gives you things
sense,
like luminescence and a bunch of other stuff.
The reason why I remembered it's not quantum is only because genuinely all I remembered about quantum dots is that it had to do with nanochemistry. That's all the information that my brain could connect. That quantum dots had something to do with. Now, the reason why is because someone referred to quantum dots in terms of elementary particles, I think. And all I remember was nanochemistry, and nano seemed a bit too big.
Yeah, quantum dots are not elementary particles.
So it's basically, quantum dots is basically when, to oversimplify a lot, because, actually not to oversimplify only, I'm trying to understand, to be honest. It's basically when something becomes so small that its quantumness actually affects its behavior.
Yeah.
And this is the specific scenario with semiconductors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like quantum tunneling?
Would it be quantum tunneling with
quantum tunneling? It's a different effect. I'm trying to think if it
would be
actually
similar.
relates to quantum dots. It's kind of a similar thing, yeah.
It's a similar thing, except quantum tunneling, I think it's for position, and this case it would be more energy because it's the band gap.
Quantum tunneling is any wave function can kind of escape through a barrier, as long as the barrier is not infinite, given a short enough distance through the barrier.
Because it's just...
That's also a very small scale effect that happens when you shrink things down a lot, right?
Yeah, because the barrier needs to be really thin for the...
Actually, in this
essentially,
case...
the wave function can kind of go through any barrier.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
It falls off really quick.
That's what I mean. In this case, it's really similar because for quantum tunneling, you have it in space. You know, things can go through a barrier. Yeah. But in this case, you said that the band gap shrinks, right?
The band gap gets bigger.
Or gets bigger? Then it's the opposite. Never mind.
The band gap gets bigger.
Disregard what I said. Is the exact opposite.
It's this thing called a Bohr radius. I'm looking at the maths. I'm trying to see if there's like maths that you would appreciate.
Nanoscale can still be quantum effect. Depends on the de Broglie wavelength.
Yes. De Broglie wavelength. Love me some de Broglie wavelength.
We all love the boy.
De Broglie. No one knows how to
De
spell it.
Broglie.
De Broglie. Broccoli.
But yeah, essentially,
Bones.
whenever anything gets too small, the quantum stuff starts messing with it. And in the case of nanocrystals, okay, nanocrystal and quantum dot is basically the same thing most of the time. So you'll hear me mix them up a lot.
Quantum dots,
in the case
I really don't like the name quantum dot, I gotta be honest.
It's because we treat it as a zero-dimensional system, so it's a dot.
Yeah, but I mean, nanocrystal is such a clearer name to me than a quantum dot.
Yeah. Because we have a quantum well, which is a 2D system. So if you imagine, so say you have like a 3D cube, and then you shrink it in one dimension, so that it becomes an almost completely thin sheet, like a square, right?
Right.
You call that a 2D shape.
Mm-hmm.
And so on that square, on that width, it's only in the scale of nanometers. And then if you shrink it on another axis, it then becomes an infinitely thin wire, and that's a quantum wire. And then if you shrink it down the axis of the wire as well, then it's an infinitely small point, and that's a quantum dot.
Quantum
Did
dot
I
makes
convey
sense.
that correctly?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but still.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know, I
still a
still
weird
don't
name.
like them.
Yeah.
Don't like them. I mean, dot fine. I get.
It is a cool name.
It
It's
is,
cool
it
to
is,
just
but
shove
it's too
quantum in
cool.
something.
That's the problem. I get it. When people walk with quantum mechanics, they want to shove quantum everywhere, which is, by the way, so dumb. Oh, there are actually two things, right? Because they're dumb. Which both. First of all, the fact that the word quantum describes, like, you know, it's really often used in pop culture to describe like difficult things, or is associated with being difficult and, you know, tough.
Yeah.
When it literally comes from the concept of quantization, which is, the more you think about it, the dumber it gets. When you have something quantized, it just means it can have discrete values. And like, that's the word that we use to describe difficult things. The fact that it has discrete in everywhere in mathematics.
Okay, but look at this. I've got an image for this. When you look at this, it kind of is fair to call it quantum when you see this.
Hold on, my taskbar is not cooperating.
I put it in the chemistry channel.
Yep. I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying.
You literally quantize the energy levels, and that increases the band gap.
Okay, I suppose that's fair. Yeah, okay, no, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, the more I think about it, the better the name gets.
So it is just becoming quantum. But
also,
yeah, I'd say it is still a bit weird to be putting quantum in names, but I would say this is a really fitting.
Also, I have another like make it rant a short make it rant I go in the video, and I want to hear your take if you think it's a valid take or not. Basically, when you say meth, the first thing people associate it with is methamphetamine. When you say meth,
the first thing non-chemists associate
that's precisely what I'm saying, and it's so dumb to me, because what meth basically means is like one carbon chain.
Yeah.
And it's so hilarious to me. That's kind of like us calling, I don't know, tanks greens simply because some tanks are colored green or something. It's such a full circle, where not even full circle, it's so dumb that when people hear meth, they first think of methamphetamine, when it literally just means like the simplest
it's
chain.
It's a really, really common thing in chemistry.
To say
medicine.
that is really common is an understatement. It's the simplest chain. You can't have anything simpler.
That phenomenon of like the name.
Oh, yeah.
It happens with everything in medicine, especially because they'll make the IUPAC name, and it will be some really complex name, and then they'll pick out bits of the name and squish them together to make a more appealing name.
And then appealing name
and
becomes
it's just
more popular than.
yeah, then that becomes more popular, and so then people associate certain parts of names with certain medicines, even though that part of the name is part of like a bunch of different molecules.
Yeah, it's just it's something as simple as meth. I just find it especially hilarious
Yeah,
because
the meth one is especially funny.
it's it's just come on.
It's the same with like alcohol as well. I mean,
I suppose that's
alcohol's
true.
different because it was probably named after alcohol instead of before it. But
Yeah, I mean okay, functional group alcohol, that is true, but at the same time, ethanol is the most like. There is no, maybe no. I take it back. It should be ethanol. Yeah. Why are we
Yeah.
calling alcohol and not ethanol? Actually,
exactly, that's what I mean.
that is weird. That is really weird.
Because then you could serve someone a glass of methanol and say like, oh, here's a glass of alcohol, and you haven't lied.
Yeah, exactly. Why are we calling
They
it
go
ethanol?
blind.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Why aren't we calling it ethanol? Doesn't make any sense. No, I gotta look it up. Hold on. Alcohol. This is. How come I never connected the dots? Is there like a history of the name?
Well, I assume the name alcohol actually came before molecules were called alcohols.
But then still, calling the functional group. Ethanol is gasoline. Ethanol is my term for gasoline. Is ethanol gasoline? I don't think that's quite valid.
It might be in some gasoline.
Yeah, because I do believe gasoline is just a mix of different.
But that would mean you would get drunk every
chains.
time you fill your car.
My car runs on ethanol, or rather, I run on ethanol after I crash my car whilst drunk driving. Discrete math is harder than not discrete math. Is it though? Is discrete math really harder than not discrete math? Because I feel like there's a pattern in mathematics where you always start with the discrete thing and then you generalize it over to continuous things. So for example, group theory. Lie groups are the non-discrete version. I'm going to bed. See you later. Bye, Beardman. Bye. Thanks for joining. So sorry for not responding quite as much. I've been busy talking about quantum dots. Alcohol is a central nervous system depressant, which I also find hilarious that's what it is. It's not an antidepressant, it's a depressant.
I think I sent you a picture of quantum dots.
Oh yeah, you have.
Before.
You have, yes. That's actually why I know
was
about
using
them
to
at all.
justify working on perovskites, because I was like, look, they can glow if you make them quantum.
That's actually why I know about quantum dots. I've never seen them anywhere other than the chemistry channel.
Oh, here. I found it. Here it says nanocrystals. But it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, so I'm going to be trying my best to lean my research during the PhD towards some quantum dots. Because I want to see some stuff glow. In the end, I just want to see glowing stuff.
Basically, an unbelievably interesting topic with trying to make things work differently simply because of quantum mechanics, and you're just doing it because you want to glow.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't be all.
I mean, usually, there's this thing, the measurement we use for like fluorescence and luminescence is called the quantum yield. That's what we call it. We call it quantum yield.
Mad. Oh, is it because, wait, hold on, no. For quantum dots or in general?
In general, for any fluorescent thing.
Then never mind, I don't get it. Quantum
it's
yield.
Literally, it's one equation which is basically just like the amount of photons emitted compared to the amount of photons absorbed. There's one equation that defines it, and that is the quantum yield. And so what people do is they'll make a fluorescent dye or something and say like, oh, my quantum yield is this. And it's It's a funny name.
You just
Why is
you
it
just
called
like
a quantum well?
a quantum
Where's
well.
quantum well? For what?
Well, it's quantum because
Well.
of course. It's because of course it's just quantum, and
Like,
well,
what's the word well mean?
it well is because it's
It's called-
shaped like a well. It's a figurative well. I'm guessing you're talking about the energy one, right?
Like a potential well.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
It means it has a barrier on either side.
Yeah, it's because it just looks like a well if you
Oh,
if
he's
you get
deafened.
drunk enough. If you just smoke enough weed, then it kind of looks like a well. Oh, I
It is
just
a
looked
well.
up quantum well and I got the same quantum dot thing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because on this we call it quantum well for the 2D one. Because that's not confusing at all.
Honestly, if I was doing physics or chemistry with things this small, I would also shove quantum everywhere. I get it.
Yeah. And it does sound cool when you tell someone. You're like, oh, I'm working on quantum dots, which are nanocrystals. Like, whoa.
Sorry, guys. Just when I finished thinking of a bunch of questions for you guys, I have to go make some sweet potatoes.
All right.
Damn, enjoy.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm honestly don't really have all that many questions about organic chemistry anymore. I
You
get
will.
the naming convention, and all the other ones feel so unbelievably boring that I can't even come up with any clever questions to ask.
For me, I just know enough to, like, vaguely picture a molecule when I see the name. Like, I can usually piece together the name.
Oh, you mean
the
like
molecule
when
from
I
the name.
say epoxymethyl nosulfano-octalane, then you can just figure out
No.
that it's two. Wait, those are rings. Hold on.
Yeah.
There is no cyclo in there. There isn't not a single cyclo in the whole name.
Probably because the molecule, like the entire thing, isn't a ring. It's two rings.
Well, that's not confusing at all, is it?
No.
Yep. A ring is cyclo, but when you just get them together, it's not all of a sudden.
Well, octalene by itself is that double ring thing.
Hold on, I already lost. Okay. Octalene. Oh my goodness, no, you all did not. No. I had to sneeze because I'm allergic to bullshit and I just saw octalene.
I think when we say lean, it means it's two rings.
That's the dumbest thing.
I'm not sure though, because like, why would I learn that?
Heptalene.
But I'm looking. There's like
Why?
pentylene, heptalene, and it's
Oh
just
my. Oh, I guess actually
butylene.
no,
Oh,
it kind of
butylene
makes
is
sense.
cursed. What the hell is that? What?
I'm sorry, what?
Butylene. It's just two squares. I'm looking at the resonance structure. Oh no. Those carbons do not want to be in those shapes.
Looks like the iodine snake.
I'm glad there's no page for trilene, because it would be propylene, right? It is a thing if you Google it. Man, those are some strained carbons.
Oh, propylene does not look healthy at all. It's twice as many carbons as hydrogens. You have 4 carbons and 2 hydrogens. That does not look healthy at all. Ethylene. I would like to have my ethylene. Ethylene? No, it's ethylene. I'm looking for ethylene. I'm pronouncing it the exact same way.
Let me just send you this.
Oh no. No, but I
It's
mean,
so funny. It's just funny that I'm just looking and that pops up. Oh man. There's this subreddit called Cursed Chemistry.
oh yeah, I've been. I mean,
Have you been there?
I don't need it because every now and then you just join in, you just give me a dose. / cursed chemistry. Like yeah, like yeah. But I mean, I would say it's kind of okay. The hydrogen one is tough. I would say it's cursed, but this is
Sorry. I looked and it got worse as I looked. It got me.
I would say it's cursed, but this is just what the IUPAC book is made up of. That's just all of these are just unironically in the IUPAC. Under mathematics.
Wait, can you go back to that graphite one?
This one.
I gotta wait for the delay. Yeah. What? What? That's double bonds. They're all in slightly different positions.
Yeah, they're all in different shapes and sizes.
Oh, there was one. Do you know much about NMR?
You got a thing or two.
A thing or two. Do you know what an NMR spectrum looks like?
Vaguely, kind of.
Okay.
Seen some.
I'll send you an NMR spectrum, and then I'll show you whatever I've got. Actually, just search on Google Images NMR spectrum, and you'll see what it means.
I mean, I do remember. NMR. Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay, yeah. This is also what my PhD is in, by the way. Anyway, here is an actual NMR spectrum from a paper.
Hold on. First of all, was it drawn in crayon? What's happening there?
It's hand drawn.
I was joking. That is hand drawn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hand drawn. You can tell because there are bits where it like curves
goes
in
back.
on itself.
Okay, no, hold on, no.
I sent it in a chemistry server, and someone was like doing straight line comparisons on it.
No, it's because like the time dilation was going back. Actually,
Here's
no.
another one from the same paper.
In what context would you do? Oh my goodness!
There's just a gap in the middle.
In what universe would you need to hand draw?
I don't know. The printer must have not been working or something, and
And so you just draw it manually. I am
I'm
so
looking back
confused.
through this conversation. These guys are really funny.
I am so confused. They have truly gone insane. It's chemistry.
Do you want the paper? Hang on. I think I can.
I'm just curious to what must have happened to
2013.
Hold on. All of them are hand drawn.
Yeah.
No, but you know what this means? Someone like must have sat down and actually
Yeah. Traced over them.
traced over them. Honestly, I'm impressed. I'm really laughing, but that's dedication. Wait, there are extra lines. Are those from other tries? Or
I don't know.
oh no. There's a paper. I wonder if they did all the autographs too. No, I mean, right here, there are straight lines. That's...
I mean, are they?
I think so. There's no way they also added characters manually. Doing actual graphs.
That's the thing, Mehdi. This paper was 2013, so there's no excuse.
No. What? That is 2013. I just want to know what happened.
This is why there's a lot of value in publishing your paper in a high impact journal, because like higher rated journals, because the better journals will weed out the worst papers, whereas the crappy journals will accept this.
I mean, hey, maybe it's high. You don't know. You don't want to stack the paper too much. So what if the spectrum is discontinuous? What if it just disconnects at times? It happens. You know how it is. Sometimes the line goes back.
Yeah, this is how it is.
It's how it is.
I should just hand draw some of my NMRs.
But it does actually question the credibility a fair bit when you just...
Yeah, it's like if this journal allows this, then I wouldn't trust anything from this journal.
Yeah, because the whole point of doing NMR is because you want... you might as well just add in a segment this is what I feel like NMR would look like. We didn't quite have the time to do an NMR, so, this is what I would guess it would look like for the molecule. Maybe they're really passionate about graphs. People who are passionate about graphs don't draw them by hand.
Fan art.
Also, I have so many questions. Because I'm so confused by this.
Someone else sent this in response as well.
It's not like they had a day to finish the paper, is it?
They had to draw it, so they just scribbled the lines. It looks like noise. You can't tell.
That's not what noise looks like.
It looks like noise from afar.
Honestly, it kind of... This is why I would never be able to do actual science papers, because... Hold on, guys, I'm writing a chemistry paper. I need to know. Hold on, who wrote this? Let me check, because I need to know. It's not like they wrote it in a day. They had the time. Do they... Wait, okay, I'm not familiar with the machinery of an NMR. You know what? Maybe that's the problem.
NMR, you use a massive magnet.
Oh no, I get that. I mean just the machine itself. Maybe... So once you have the actual graph, Maybe they had one where you can't export it. You just need to a manual one.
You just can't export your data.
Exactly.
Just
Maybe
useless data.
maybe they just had a guy with a magnet who was, just holding it different lengths and then just just drawing the line. Not everyone enjoys using Blender for the work like you make it. This is so cursed. That's enough of chemistry for me. It's too much. Tracing it.
That's the thing, like all the memes in these chemistry servers are like they're so specific that they're just hilarious because it's like only someone who's spent years doing chemistry can like understand like the context, and it just
That's
because
what I
like
meant.
one of the things with humor is the
situational
context
humor,
makes it funny.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the more you know about it and the smarter it makes you feel, the funnier it
Yeah,
is.
you
And it's
can-
ju-
you
these
can say
things
the
are just hilarious.
You can say the most average, basic thing, and people will still laugh simply because of the context. That's why I actually like experts so much, because y'all are always such nerds, such unbelievable nerds, where everything is just so, it can go so unbelievably specific into something.
Yeah. That's the thing, because it makes it feel like the most advanced inside joke ever.
I mean, it is the most advanced inside joke ever,
Yeah.
with most of them.
Potatoes are in the oven.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm having a headache. I've been going over IUPAC more and more, and it's taking a toll on me because of the freaking loop-de-loops. Organic chemistry, actually, I still don't get it, to be honest.
I mean, I also don't get organic chemistry, to be honest.
I don't get organic chemistry. I feel like they just like carbon, and they don't like
I mean,
any
they
other
get to
atoms.
make a bunch of new stuff. What they're doing is they're finding new reactions, new ways to make things, and new things to make, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean, all chemists do that. Not
No.
exclusive to organic chemistry.
It's not. I mean, synthesis is the kind of area. But like what I'm doing now, I'm not making anything. I'm taking things.
I actually,
I am making them temporarily, but like they're not new things.
I'm actually
just studying things.
a bit more of a purist. I don't actually like carbon chains too much. I prefer iodine chains, personally. It's just me. I just feel like it makes things more simpler.
Iodine hexafluoride. Yep.
Iodine hexafluoride is rough. What's your favorite organic chemistry invention? Mine is plastic. Okay, all right.
That's pretty good.
Organic chemists they just hold all the spotlight, don't they?
Yeah, 'cause
they get like
most molecules
plastic
are
and
organic.
oil and gasoline and life.
And it's also like a lot of the time it's problematic to be using a bunch of random elements because they're usually a bit toxic.
I mean, yeah. Actually, the more I delve into chemistry, when it comes to the organic one, the weirder inorganic becomes. I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen, but basically, it feels like for organic molecules, it feels like you have more possibilities simply because with inorganic ones, it is so difficult to make anything complex. Because
Yeah.
for organic, you have the cheat code. You have the carbon. Carbon.
Well, the
glue
cheat
everything
code in
together.
inorganic is to just attach organic stuff to a metal, and then you call it inorganic. That's what I did. I spent most of it doing. I spent 5.5 weeks doing just making carbon stuff, and then in the last 2 days, I stuck it onto a vanadium. Yep, inorganic chemistry.
Is Flame also as good at inorganic? Yes.
I'm better at inorganic than organic. But I think I'm better in physical chemistry. It depends on the topic in physical chemistry.
I don't get. They're all the same to me.
They're very
Call
different.
Call me a
There's
science
stuff like,
racist if you want, but all chemistries look the same.
damn.
Yeah, I'm not
There's
afraid
things
to
like
say
kinetics
it.
in chemistry. They're like, I don't like kinetics. It's just like how many times are things bumping into each other.
Isn't that just statistical physics masquerading
Kind
in
of.
chemistry? Or
It's all
statistical
about reaction rates
thermodynamics?
and things.
Yeah, I think that's what statistical thermodynamics. Except, oh no, sorry, physicists are actually in denial because they
yeah.
pretend they're dealing with gases. If all chemistry is the same, then all maths is the same. It really is, though. It is the same. The thing is, the more you learn about maths, the more you realize that at the end of the day, it's all just a naming convention. Oh, what am I looking at? Is it a group? Is it a vector? Is it just some scalars? Is it a knot? Depends what you want it to be. You can describe it as all of them and none of them. So isomers don't make sense because they're just different molecules, except chemists insist that they're the same molecule, except they're not the same molecule. They don't make sense. Phenol is dumb because it's just the benzene without the hydrogen and you just had to change the name. Then you also, as I just learned, two loop-de-loops come together and all of a sudden they're not two loop-de-loops, except they're a new thing, which is a dual loop-de-loop. Okay, yeah, you see, you send that. You see, Flame, you send that image, but like, I would bet you money you would find something like this in the IUPAC as a genuine thing. Just to figure out if. Oh, okay. That, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of. They really. Listen, I like benzene as much as the next guy, but at some point you have to stop. You could just keep going. That's fun.
Some of these memes are too good. Did you ever watch that movie?
iRobot?
Yeah.
I did. It's fun. I prefer Westworld. Westworld is better.
Damn.
Yeah. My favorite series. They show that if you nuke Paris, then this will lead to humanity prospering, and I'm just saying there might have been on something. Long Glove Box is great, and I just.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, you've actually sent it on the.
It,
yeah. Long Glove Box is absolutely phenomenal.
It's a classic. I'm just going through these memes because yeah, I should just invite you to the server.
Oh, please do.
It's another YouTuber's server. I don't know if you know him.
I'm jealous.
Is Explosions and Fire.
I do. Well, I don't know him personally.
His community is hilarious.
Isn't he the guy who? I actually don't remember exactly.
He's like the perfect definition of a mad chemist.
Yeah, he just makes random. He's an organic chemist. He just finished his PhD on like fluorescent stuff.
Hey, here's a fun drink.
So he's chill like that. Yeah, he hates yellow chemistry, which is very based. That's a general thing, is like a lot of organic chemistry, when you make something, it's either colorless or it's yellow or it's brown. And it's that's one of the reasons I hate organic chemistry, because it's just ugly colors. But his latest video, he did perovskites, which is very based.
No, there's the link. Got it. Cookies and fireplace. I'm not saying I'm jealous, but I am.
Of what?
You're
the memes
joining
channel?
other YouTuber servers.
Okay.
I see how
the
it
thing
is.
I'm here to talk to you. I'm there for the memes. It's very different.
You came
there 'cause
really
there are,
late
like,
to the
actual-
stream
there are
today.
actual
You've
chemists
been
in
hanging
there.
out with Explosions Fire again, haven't you? You smell bitter all over the place.
Wasn't another server for memes, but then they dissed science, so I had to leave.
Damn.
Blasphemy. Always remember, kids, when someone insults science, kill them. Go straight to the point. Oh, YouTube just messaged me. What is that about my monetization? Oh, you can't tell people to kill each other? Since when?
What?
New thing. I really want to know what the line is on YouTube. I really do. How irresponsible can I be? Because I've set my
Very
desk on
random
fire.
line.
I've set my desk on fire for a video already. That wasn't responsible enough, apparently. In the first seconds, that's also important. How big can I go with the fire?
I've
Oh.
seen YouTube strike videos so fast that are live streams for crossing the line in really tiny ways. It's crazy.
I don't know. I'm just curious to see if I'm first gonna get evicted or if I'm first gonna get demonetized. I want to know. The line is where you stream copyright material. Are my memes not good enough for you? No, because I don't make chemistry memes. That's the problem. I'm not a chemist. That's the pickle.
Just buy some random chemicals and mix them together.
I did that already. It wasn't funny.
Lucky blocks. I don't know why I just thought. You know what that is?
I do know what Lucky Blocks are. That's deep.
That's the most niche thing ever. I just thought if you know what that is, that's a funny one.
Lucky Blocks chemistry.
See what I mean though is like, the more niche the knowledge is, the funnier it is.
I got denied because I'm using a VPN.
Skill issue.
Oh, piss. No, I'm not doing... If I had a nickel for every single time I couldn't verify on the chemistry server simply because I'm using a VPN, then I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that happened twice. Don't worry, I always do appeal to authority. I'm just gonna go straight to Explosion and Fire and ask him. Carbon monoxide and hydrogen in specific condition can lead to a chemical reaction known as water-gas shift reaction, which can be represented as follows. Hold on now. Hold on for a second.
He's one of those people, along with Styropyro, who when they don't release a video for a while, I think they probably died or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's convenient for me. If I'm ever gonna die, y'all will know immediately. I thought about collaborating with... I always forget their name because it's so awful. Good videos, garbage name. The 3 numbers.
Be one brown.
No, I wish.
326.
326. Awful name. Absolutely awful name. I thought
No,
about collaborating.
just remember the number.
Yeah,
If you remember the number, the name is only 3 characters long.
yeah, if you remember the number, there are 1,000
Yeah, just remember
3-digit numbers.
326.
There are 1,000 3-digit numbers.
Nah, skill issue.
But I seriously thought about
Your
collaborating.
password,
with them.
your PIN number for your credit card is 4 numbers. You remember that?
Well, yeah, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know it's not difficult.
Oh, okay.
Security. I did think about collaborating with them though, because I only recently when I went to the channel I realized they have 90,000 subscribers. That's in my range.
He's a professor at a university in
That's the only.
Japan.
Yeah, I know. That's the only
And
thing I'm worried
his
about.
whole like position there is his whole research is on communication of chemistry and stuff. So the entire channel is his research. Like that's the whole point is he's trying to improve the communication of chemistry, which is very based.
I'm gonna write them an email. That's what people do nowadays. Emails. I'm gonna.
His videos are really really good at conveying concepts.
I know.
Like you know the like energy barrier one where it's like
Activation energy.
Activation energy, yeah.
That's
He did that
one.
so well with like balls bouncing around, and as you make them go faster, they bounce around more and they go past the barrier. It's just so good.
So, yeah, I mean, whatever.
I know you did it in your.
No,
electrons thing.
it's fine. I get it. He was like really good at visualizing
I know
energy.
you did it in
No,
your
it's fine.
electrons thing,
I
but
understand
his
you're
was
a
better.
professor and whatnot. It's not like I'm a pretty unmaker who dedicated my whole life to the communication of science. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't. No,
See, that's the thing. You need to do a PhD and get a professorship, and then do the communication, because then you can spend all your time doing the animations, and just say, oh well, it's part of my research. Easy.
Hold on. I need to just.
He's found the cheat code.
I'm still solving a captcha. I'm trying to write
Are you a robot?
No, my fellow humans, I'm not a robot. Hey, Flame, would you mind helping me with this captcha? I forgot my glasses today, and I just am having trouble seeing.
You know, robots are actually, able to solve captchas, so he's definitely not a robot.
That's how you know. I'm not skilled enough to be a robot.
Wait, you've done group theory now. You might know this.
Email address hidden. You've reached today's access limit. Why is that a thing?
Whenever I hear group theory, I think of set theory, and I get all confused.
That's fair.
Group theory and organic chemistry is the worst combination that actually happened. Like, for the first time I thought we were joking, but then apparently organic chemists like care about the way molecules exist. Apparently they like care about their orientation or something. I don't get it.
It's more useful in organic chemistry because there's a bunch of symmetry stuff.
I'm fine, by the way. I don't need help with it. I'm doing good.
Go on.
I'm fine.
Speed run.
Just
I'm imagining, you know that video of the guy, he's like sweating at his keyboard? Oh, what's...
email address hidden. You've reached today's access limit. With all due respect, YouTube, with all respect and love within the world, I am fucking
Let me just go
monetized on
to
your
his channel,
platform.
get it.
You
Let-
should
just
know
send me-
I'm not a bot.
I'll just go to the channel. 326.
I'm fine.
Watch, it's not even gonna make me do a captcha.
What's the point of
View
giving me
email
a
address. I'm not a robot. Oh, it's doing the buses. Okay.
captcha? I'm sorry. What's the point of giving me a captcha if I'm monetized on YouTube? They have
Okay,
my.
I did the buses once and it gave me the email.
Oh my goodness! Just send it to me because I'm not doing well.
The point of giving the captchas is to help you train their data sets.
But
So people say.
Yeah, but I did it once.
I don't care for it. What's the point of giving me a captcha? They have my ID. They have the photo of my ID. They know I'm a person. I have my bank link to them. No, I don't care. I'm not upset at all. New message, yes. Can I somehow...
Someone figured out that if you added up all the hours of labor that people do solving captchas in training data sets, then it would be over like $1 billion of unpaid labor.
Nice.
Captcha solvers. To be fair, it's a genuine profession. Ah. Okay. To you. Subject. Wanna collab? Okay. Listen, last time I tried, as kids these days say, rizzing up a chemist, it worked. So I'm just saying, so far I'm 1 for 1. Yesterday, I was having such a mental breakdown, by the way, that I wrote phenomenal into the script, and I've just been laughing. Phenomenal. Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
the quantum physics course. You want to know a funny story about the flame? That precise video is what motivated me. Actually, is the specific reason why I made the addition to quantum mechanics vid. The first
really?
vid. Yeah, because this was made by a guy. What's his name? Yeah, Dr. Brand Carson. He has a YouTube channel with all of these courses, and after seeing this meme, I just went to the YouTube channel and I just learned everything for that video. It's absolutely phenomenal explanation. Would recommend. ID reveal, yeah. My social security. Actually, it's not social security. It's only a social security in America, isn't it? In Europe, we just have IDs.
That's exactly why I don't use Tor.
It's literally 1984. Subject. Video collaboration. Hi there. I'm Naked. Said. I'm bad at writing to people. I'm really bad at this. It's difficult because
I can write something for you if you want.
well, no,
I'm
don't.
quite good at.
Okay, that
my
feels
email practice
patronizing. That feels really patronizing. I'm not.
No, I'm a networking demon. I spoke to one guy and got a free PhD. So
That
you
is,
know,
you know what? Fair point. To
that's
be fair,
literally what happened.
okay, you
I
might
spoke
be.
to one guy. I didn't even speak to any other professors. I sent emails. One guy.
I spoke to one guy and then got a PhD as a. Okay, fair point. Got it.
Right, what do you want to say?
I mean, to be okay, can I be brutally honest? I just want to litter it with different puns and dad jokes, but I know that I shouldn't. So
Okay,
that's
well,
the
I'll
main
make a
thing.
skeleton for you, and you can.
No,
okay,
that's the
first you
main
need to
thing
find
I'm
his
fighting
actual name
against.
to address the email. So find his name, dox him on stream.
Dox him on
let me have a look.
stream.
I'm pretty sure it says it in the channel, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah, Dr. Andrew Robertson. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm checking that's the right
Wait,
guy.
hold on for a second. Can I show you something before we go on? So basically, I don't know if I shown you this before. I think I did, but basically, when I was trying to collaborate with Scrap Science, I've made a video to show him my amazing skills.
Hi.
And so, like, this is genuinely what I send him as a first message. Just this video.
Oh no.
I'm Naked, and today I'll explain how water works.
This is
start with this
genuinely what I
called
sent.
hydrogen. But this is no simplification, because you see, in reality, it's not really a single ball, only a nuclei and an electron. But this is no simplification, because you see, in reality, it's an
And
electron.
Scrap
only an
saw
electron
this and was
cloud.
like, yup, I wanna
But this is no simplification,
wanna
because, you see,
walk
in
with you.
reality, it's not really a cloud, only possible positions. But this is no simplification, because you see, in reality, you have this thing called the wave function. Okay, I think I'm getting sidetracked with this one. Alright, so if you take this little goober and another one, then oxygen, you get this. And here's with freaking cylinders. Then here's with them electrons as balls. And here's with metaballs. Wow, so much advanced animations! If only I have some sort of chemist, expert friend with whom I could make an actual chemistry video, since I myself don't really know chemistry. If only there was someone on YouTube who could make it with me, where I would just make animations and 3D animations, and they could do the experiment and provide the knowledge. And if only.
That's what I sent him.
That's really funny.
It worked. All I'm just gonna say
You need
is,
to do that in this email as well.
I mean, I can, yeah. Except I need it to be even more cracked and just make even less sense. Actually, you know what? That is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna animate something. 'Cause I don't even know what video to collaborate on, though. That's the problem. I need to have something in mind. Can't just ask for a random collaboration. Ah, will be a fun video.
But he's also very professional, so he might, like, since it is tied to his research, or I don't know if it's his research or his position or what, but he might not actually want to collaborate with anyone because it's, yeah.
You'd be surprised. I actually asked a math professor who was in a similar position, where, well, not quite. It was basically, I think, a university channel run by him, and he was actually open to collaboration, but he took like 5 weeks to respond to my email, and so that kind of went nowhere.
That's how they are. Yeah.
I've been ghosted on 3 separate occasions when asked for collaboration. I'm not saying that I'm a bit upset. I'm fine. Okay, I'm just a bit emotional.
Speaking of emotions, do you guys know about Numerofile?
Number file?
Number
Sim?
file.
Numerofile.
Number file.
No, it's the right way to pronounce it.
Really?
Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go.
Wait.
No. Wait, he just left. Hold on.
Well, now I don't know if he was telling the truth.
This is kind of like Tolkien
you know
coming.
the guy who runs Numberphile runs like 15 channels.
Yeah,
He's
computer
like,
file, number file, so on and so forth.
Yeah, he's a guy in Nottingham University. I really want to go. I really wanted to go there and meet them. I almost went to Nottingham for my degree.
Nottingham is such a British name for a city, I gotta say.
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Yeah. Nottingham.
Don't you have
We
like
put
a?
a ham in the end of a bunch of cities.
Don't you have like a place that's? Can you collaborate with Mr. Breast? I'm sorry, that threw me off a bit. I was about to say something, but I got sidetracked. Numerofile. We have to think about this Tolkien coming back from the grave. It's actually pronounced as Jandalf and just dying again.
There was a meme about it's pronounced Jod. That's not the way.
It's pronounced Jandalf.
So the thing with me,
Jandalf the
right?
Duray.
My memory is very weird because I don't
I get
remember
it.
organic chemistry, but I remember every single meme I've ever seen. Like, I just like look at that. I haven't seen this meme in like 2 years.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind. Except
I just remember. It doesn't make any sense. Like someone will be talking to me, and I'll suddenly think of a meme that I sent in some random chat a year and a half ago, and I go and find it, and then I send it.
I mean, I
And
have
like,
the
where
same
do you have all
thing.
these memes?
This
And
is
I'm
what
just-
I thought of.
Yeah.
It really was just. Is it GIF or GIF? Actually, it's simple for me because in Poland just said GIF. Because that's how. Because there is no ambiguity there. That's an English skill issue. If you scroll up, I have a question about videos. Scroll up where? You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. I've kind of jumped over a couple of topics there. It's Jolum, not Gollum. I can re-ask if you prefer. Go for it. What if make it is actually pronounced Makit and not make it? It's actually pronounced Maikit. I would really appreciate if you all not mispronounce my name. Okay. On one hand, I really do like to collaborate with a lot of people, but on the other hand, collaborating with others is so annoying because the most difficult parts are always not the parts you would think are the most difficult. It's more a logistical challenge than anything. And it's
Yeah.
surprisingly annoying. Like, the thing is, when it comes to when I was working on the 3 videos with Scrap, the the walking on videos part was the easiest one. Make it is pronounced awkward silent. Make it is actually pronounced. Freeblue and Brown collab when? Do you think, I'm actually curious, do you think people like Freeblue and Brown check their emails? They YouTube
definitely
emails.
do, but they probably filter them out a certain way, or they have someone else look at the emails and then escalate the important ones.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 7 million subscribers. Also, I couldn't collaborate with Freeblue and Brown because what would I collaborate on? When it comes to all the mathematics, Freeblue and Brown is already better than me at visualizing them, and when it comes to anything connected to mathematics, I'm not the right. You know how? Okay, I've already mentioned. I don't know who I mentioned. I think I mentioned it. Tefta. You, Flame, are an expert, so you will never in your entire life understand how annoying it is to be in my kind of situation, where basically I know a fair bit about a little bit of everything. Like, I can keep up a conversation about maths with Reblax, physics with Remco, chemistry with you, but no matter what problem someone may have, I am never the right person to ask. No matter what it is. Even if it's about 3D animations, Tefta told me about optics recently, which I didn't know. You know how annoying it is to go your entire life just always being the not right person for the job? That's YouTubers.
Well, it's like, I'm only the right person to like high school chemistry students. Like to uni students, I can kind of help, but it depends on the topic. And to anyone at my level, it's like we're at the same level. So, and when I speak to actual researchers and things, I always think, damn, these people know way more than me. Like, how have I done 4 years of chemistry and I don't know, like. I don't know. I think imposter syndrome is always a thing, but for me, a lot of the time, I feel like compared to a lot of the people I speak to, I just don't know anything.
I mean, it depends. You know, if you will get a PhD in 4 years, so
maybe it's a very big if. It's like
right, as if it's a very big if. You will get your PhD in 4 years, so. One thing to comfort you is that in 4 years, when people will meet you, they will hear Dr. Flame, and, you know, then they're going to be the ones being like, oh my goodness, that's a doctor, I know nothing.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Doctor just means you're an expert in one area. And so, like, I can get a PhD and still know nothing about organic synthesis.
I always find it hilarious how you're always trying to downplay the doctor thing. I'm just gonna be a doctor.
Yeah.
It's only a PhD.
My brother he keeps joking to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm never gonna call you doctor." I'm like, yeah, I'll make you, just out of spite. I won't make anyone else call me doctor, but just him.
I will never not call you doctor. There's no matter how casual a conversation, I will start every single sentence with Dr. Flame. What do you think about this funny meme I found? Always formerly Dr. Flame. Just a flex. Be proud, naked. You are wise enough to know what you don't know. Well, yeah, but knowing what you don't know is a bit better if you actually know anything. It sounds elegant to know what you don't know, unless you don't know much. Doctor stands for drama queen. Same when you talk to an expert, your brain just vanishes. Yeah! They're an expert. Actually, I suppose that's a question I should ask. I could just do it in the form of post. What do you think is the most... how should I put this? The most organic. If you had to pick the most organic part of organic chemistry, something that describes organic chemistry the best. Some part of it that, so for example...
Retrosynthesis.
Retrosynthesis. Okay, never mind. I was gonna give you an example, but you just had it ready. Okay.
Are you googling retrosynthesis?
Absolutely, yes. I'm not a chemist. Who do you
You,
think I
you
am?
drag the tab off the screen as if you're trying to hide it. I'm like,
Oh
I know
no,
what you're Googling.
that's it's PTSD of mine. Basically, I always, whenever I Google something, I first drag the tab of the screen. That's simply because a
Just in
while back,
case.
a while back, I had quite a lot of people who were telling me to just look stuff up without me knowing what they are, and
Okay.
yeah, there was. Well, let's say I can't unsee some of them. They were. There was a lot. I still remember that day. Doesn't matter. The point is retrosynthesis. Solving problems, finding guns. Oh, is it like going backwards with synthesizing, figuring out
It's like
molecules
you
step
look
by
at a
step?
molecule and you have to figure out how
Oh,
to
then
make it from
I actually know what it is then.
simple parts.
I love the maps, the retrosynthesis. Not, I don't think they're called retrosynthesis maps.
It's
but
kind of cool. It's the worst thing I'm at in chemistry. Like my worst thing in chemistry
yeah,
by
because
far.
you just need to know a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like
and I
maybe
don't.
there are some things that can help. I mean, basically.
And also AI does it now anyway. You can literally take a molecule, put it in an AI thing, and it pops up with like 5 different synthetic pathways.
I
to
mean, yeah,
make it.
because AI is really good at memorizing and just knowing things.
Yeah.
It's really good at it. And the thing
And
is,
this AI gives you sources with papers.
With
so
this-
it's like, oh, you can try this route.
with this,
and
I don't
it's been
even
used in this
know
paper.
if you would need AI. I feel like this is a problem
yeah,
that's
you shouldn't
doable with
need AI.
algorithms. This
It
is,
depends, because synthesis gets difficult, right? Like,
I suppose that's true. Maybe I mean, obviously.
if
edge
you're
cases.
making new stuff, a lot of the time, especially with functional groups, you'll put a functional group on a molecule that then stops you from doing the next step a certain way. Like, you can't use an acid in your next step or something. And so you have to find a different route, or you have to leave the functional group out and
basically
then
like
put
solving
it
a
in later.
Rubik's cube. Like
Yeah,
you can solve
you have to
one
just-
side, but you can solve
yeah.
one side in a way that ruins another
Yeah,
side.
exactly.
Are algorithms AI? Depends. I mean, most recently people don't call them that anymore because algorithms are a bit too simple. Also, AIs are technically algorithms, but that's the long story for another time. I think DuckDuckGo allows you to easily erase history anyway. Oh, that's not why I use DuckDuckGo. I use DuckDuckGo because every time I use Google, it asks me to solve a captcha, and I can't solve. I mean, I can solve captchas as a human, my fellow humans. I'm capable of solving a captcha because I know what bikes look like. Me, when I talk to Reblax, only to realize I don't know 80% of the math. Now imagine you need to make videos about them topics. I really can't stress that enough. People really often think I say that's a joke in videos, but I do mean it. I'm not a mathematician, not a chemist, not a physicist. I just revisualize papers or textbooks. Motion makers. So many questions. I was wondering if you've ever considered making a video on some topic like complex analysis or multivariable calculus basics. Complex analysis, maybe. It is a bit of a tough one, simply because complex analysis... Complex analysis is a thing that's really difficult to explain in a way that makes it interesting. It's really easy to hate complex analysis when explained in depth. Do you know what traffic lights look like? Yes, I do. I do know. It's totally. It's I know that. I know that one. It's, yeah, of course. Anyhow, I think that'll be it for today's live stream. It's been a long one already. 3 hours. That's okay. I thought it was 2. Well, then that's.
Oh, wait, I've written like a skeleton of an email. Give me a
Are you
sec.
really unironically doing this for me? Flame, I'm not an antisocial goblin. I'm capable. I'm an adult. I know I should be like, I know it's a nice gesture and everything, but I genuinely feel insulted a bit.
Okay. My bad.
Listen, Mum, I'm an adult. I'm 17 already. Okay, I'm capable of writing an email all by
But
myself.
to be fair, like a year ago, I was terrible at writing emails. And you, like,
I honestly don't know if I should be if I should appreciate the gesture, as in you're just that good at writing emails, you want to help me, or if I should be insulted because you think I'm incapable of writing an email.
I don't think you're incapable of writing an email.
Listen, he's just a chemistry professor, and I am amazing at chemistry, as we all know. So
That's
I'm just
good.
gonna use my chemistry pickup lines on him, and
Yep, you're gonna use your 50 puns and an animation, and it's gonna win him
exactly,
over instantly.
I'm just gonna do an animation of 3D Maker doing a backflip, trying to explain why phenol is different than benzene.
Yep.
It's actually really upsetting that recently I got so much into particle physics that now it's taken such a big part of my brain. No matter what, I try to really often try to make chemistry jokes and whatnot, but I always just end up going back to particle physics because I delved so deep for that one video. I need to switch my brain back. How did the pyramid go? I mean, we've solved it, kind of. I haven't double checked, but this should be mathematically reasonable. It's actually a beautiful way to do it. It's simple too. It's mathematically elegant. But I don't know if I'm gonna implement this or just get an add-on to do it for me. He's a professor, yeah. Next time you should ask Flame to call the doctor for you.
Yeah, I'll just pretend to be you the entire time.
Honestly, a little. I feel like a child right now. I just really do. I feel like a child with, I don't know, my parents writing an email for me because I can't or something.
I mean, I used to get my parents to write emails for me.
Well, I mean, yeah, but used to is the operative word there, isn't it?
Okay, if it helps, I was in the lab a couple weeks ago, and the PhD student was talking to the professor, and she was like, "How should I email this guy? Do I need to start it like this or this?" And she was showing him, and and he was like, "I think you should just say that." So it's a when you're like emailing people in a context that you haven't emailed people in before, it just feels like you're like, "What do I do?"
I mean, yeah, that is true. And the whole, imposter syndrome is something that you might be struggling with, but I just want you to realize that for me, it's not a syndrome. For you, it's an imposter syndrome. I'm just an imposter. So, that's not... Make swings
I wish I
big
had
walls.
a soundboard so I could do like the Among Us sound effect. As you said that would have been timed perfectly.
I don't think we should delve into that. When you really think about it, chemistry is just particle physics, but with bigger particles. Exactly. Yep.
That's the thing. The research I'm doing now is like borderline physics. It's like as close as you can get to physics without by being a chemist.
The thing is, differentiating between chemistry and physics is just one way to do things. You don't need to. You can just call like you can.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're just doing science.
Like, yeah, that's
because in the end, with this stuff, the only way they actually differentiate, like the actual line they draw, is if you do it on an atom, it's physics, and if you do it on a molecule, it's chemistry. But it's the same thing.
Even then, it's different. Even then, it's different because really, I have seen. What was the paper for? Oh, piss! It was something with thermodynamics, where basically, the paper was physics, was thermodynamics, but it went into different molecules, just to talk about the behavior of gases. Even then, line is completely arbitrary. Put it wherever you want. Are you copper and tellurium because you're cute? That's how I'm gonna finish the email off.
Oh no.
It worked with scrap. I'm just saying. It put me at the start. Watch the whole. Yeah, that's the sign from God to watch the whole thing. And when I say God, I mean me. There's nothing wrong with playing God if you do it right. Boy, my brain is mush. I need to play more video games on streams. Because recently
Have
I
you
don't.
seen Marvel Rivals?
I've seen you play it.
You
It's a
saw me
Steam.
play. What? I played it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
What
Steam
do you
popped
mean?
out on the top bottom
Oh,
right
on
corner.
Steam. Okay. I was like, damn, this guy's stalking me. 10 minutes.
Yeah, I've seen you play it. You know, I broke into your home a while back.
I played
ago.
it once for 10 minutes.
All I know is
What
I
good games have I played recently? There's a bunch of puzzle games. Oh, you would love some of these.
I have in Oxygen not included. How much time do I have in Oxygen not included? I have 320 hours. And
Let
I've
me show you
not
a game
come
called Manifold
close
Garden.
to beating it. Isn't that
Can
one
I-
of the
can I
puzzle
screen share a
games
game?
where it's... Yeah, go on.
What were you gonna
I
ask?
think you've seen... I think you've shown that game before. I'm
Have I?
decently certain.
Have I? What do you remember
A
about
puzzle... Well, the thing is you've shown me 3 different puzzle games. I just don't remember which one's the garden one. Is it the one that deals with perspective?
it?
Or is that too vague?
That might be Superliminal.
No, the pictures. Taking the pictures.
Oh, that's Viewfinder.
Okay. I'm just... Okay, I need to be more specific then. Is that the one with gravity changing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I remember this one.
This one.
That's the
whereas
exact one
The
I
world
was...
loops around.
Yeah. Jeez, that looks like an acid trip coded into a game.
And you can change the gravity.
Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness. Do you know a YouTuber Maxo?
Wait, I need to turn the volume down. What did you say?
Do you know a YouTuber called Maxo?
I don't think so.
Basically he does like well, game reviews, except his editing is, to put it lightly, batshit insane. As in basically it's natural selection, except we're killing off the epileptics kind of editing. And basically this looks like just this game basically looks like his editing if it wasn't flashing constantly. Just, oh my goodness.
It's such a good game though.
That's the problem. I don't feel good with puzzle games on stream though, because first of all I'm spoiling the game for everyone, and second of all that requires thinking. That's difficult.
Yeah, do you not want to think?
I'm not good at thinking. It's not a matter of...
Yeah.
My ego demands that every game I play I need to be excellent at. That's why I'm always amazing.
Oh, there's another one I played recently. Wait, can I show you this one as well?
Yeah,
This
go
one came out like 15 years ago.
on. Oh. GTA 5. Oh my
That's for
goodness. Just by the... Oh, I can already tell it came out 15 years ago.
I can just go anywhere.
Oh, I remember this one.
Have you played it?
No, but I do remember it. Oh, where do I remember it from? I don't know where I remember it from, but the one with no Euclidean geometry, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I remember. Where do I remember it from? I have no idea. Have you played Portal? I have played Portals, plural. I can't wait for Subnautica, the sequel to Subnautica, to come out. Because I
I'm
have...
trying to find an example of some of the stupid stuff that happens in this game.
I mean, you know, you like walk around and the rooms change.
Yeah, I'll find a different area.
Just casually teleporting. I'm not saying it's
Oh,
kind
this
of
is a good one.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's basically what I remember from the game. I'm not
This
saying
one.
it's hard to track, but oh my goodness. Flame, I feel like you could save up a lot of money on buying games if you just bought acid.
Probably.
Yeah, this just looks like acid. That's it. Playing this high would kill you. I feel like playing this high would you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
Oh no, the screen crashed. Alright.
I like the crosshairs. Nice little circle.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Make It Has an Acid Trip. And today we're gonna be
Not this way.
I love how we can actually navigate this.
No, it's just because I know that way is like a boring route. Oh wait, I can. Where does this go? Oh yeah, this is. Is this? I don't know. There's so much in this game. Just a good game. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's enough.
My eyes hurt.
Yeah, I know, it hurts your eyes.
My eyes hurt, and my entire cerebral cortex is just squished dead.
The thing is, I spend my whole day straining my brain trying to do science, and then I come home, and the way I relax is by playing puzzle games. It shouldn't make any sense.
They're not even puzzle games. There's so far beyond puzzle games.
I mean, yeah.
The thing is with puzzle games, the problem is the puzzle. Right here, on top of the puzzle, we also have the puzzle of how do I even exist in this universe. New Subnautica is gonna come out soon. I'm really looking forward to that one because I have such extreme thalassophobia.
Oh, when is that coming out?
I don't know exactly, but I am looking forward. I'm gonna do a full 24-hour live stream for it. Subnautica 2. 2025. So
It's the
next
longest
year.
you've stayed awake in a row.
I mean, I won't be able to fall asleep after playing Subnautica. I am not joking about my extreme thalassophobia. This is not fun. I'm all for it.
Wait, you never played the Outer Wilds DLC, did you?
I didn't. Should I?
You need to play it.
Yeah, I need to play it. Huh?
You need to. It's less reading. It's better for streaming because you don't actually have to read anything.
Sold. Echoes of the
Yeah.
Eye. Oh, it's...
I just started Outer Wilds and it's been super fun.
It's so good.
Yeah. You see,
Don't
it turns out it was
spoil
all a
anything.
dream at the end. That's what it turns out. They were actually
I mean,
on
isn't-
Earth the
isn't that
entire
all of
time.
us, you know?
Yeah, the main character dies.
Yeah, they broke bad.
Tell me something new.
Then turns out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man all along.
Wait, what?
It is on sale. Wait, is it 5% off? No, it's not 5% off. 37% off. That's good. That's a good deal.
It could be minus 500% off and it's still worth the money.
I found out about it because that one tech guy was posting about it on Black Friday.
Outer Wilds? I know. I still. Wait, do I have Outer Wilds? I still have Outer Wilds downloaded simply because I just go to the Sun Station every now and then. It's such a fun activity. I really need a game like this. Outer Wilds, except without all the boring story or whatever. Just spaceship flying. That's the best part of the game.
The story in the DLC is really, it like ties together with the main story. It like fills in gaps that you didn't realize were there.
Interloper, for example, exists for no reason.
What do you mean?
It exists in no reason, collects nothing. It just hops into the system and leaves.
Oh, you missed a key detail on the interloper then.
Oh, you mean the ghost matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what does that add? That's practically
Wait,
nothing.
are we spoiling it for Boo? Boo, you're still
I
playing
feel like
Outer Wilds, right?
But yeah, it's fine. I've read quite a bit on it already. I'm not really. I usually pay attention to not spoiling stuff for movies and stuff, but I'm
Yeah.
fine with video games.
Listen, it's fine. I'm
Outer
telling you.
Wilds is like not a spoiler game, like at all.
Listen, it's fine. I'm telling him about the interloper. No, I'm not telling him about the big monster that's the final boss fight. It's not like I'm gonna tell him that the Nomile shuttle was inside the sun all along, okay? It's not like I'm gonna spoil the game for him.
The thing with the interloper was it was what I can't bring myself to spoil it. Okay. The interloper was what killed the Nomai.
Yeah, I know, but that adds
But, like,
absolutely nothing. It's so irrelevant.
It's like, because the entire game you're like, wow, all of them are just skeletons in random places. They must have all died suddenly. Like, what happened to them? Did the sun kill them? The sun station, or what? And then you find out that there was this whole story where they see this new comet after failing their entire time travel thing to find the eye. They find this comet and they go to it, and it's like it's
I get it.
emotional because you read it and you see the whole story of like, man, I don't know.
I just felt like it was quite just a bit random to me, because the thing is,
Yeah,
everything
it
else.
was like the death stuff was a red herring.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not that it's random, it's that everything else is so well interconnected that
Yeah.
the interloper just
Yeah,
is chilling there.
yeah, I get that.
For
Like,
the
it's
standard
not
of
tied
Outer
in.
Wilds, it's...
I think it's fair as a red herring though, because it's like
Now I really want to
Not-
fly to the sun
not
station again.
everything can be explained as part of like the whole plan. Like in the end, a certain aspect of it was just really bad luck, and it was like a harsh reality about what happened to them.
Trying to talk about Outer Wilds without spoiling it is certainly a challenge. That's the real life puzzle game. I still love the fact that when I bought it to my friend, the first planet, before exploring anything, absolutely anything, before even talking to the NPCs, he just hopped onto the ship and went straight for the Dark Bramble, which was so hilarious to me. I sat there knowing damn well he's going straight into the Dark Bramble without anything. And I do mean, it's not even like exploring first or the planet. It's not even like exploring Timber Half. It's not even talking to NPCs. It's just straight for it inside. He went in, got chased out of it, and then he went outside to fix the ship, and the gravity pulled him back in. It was the most hilarious thing in existence. And when I just saw him falling down, because the gravity was still pulling him forward, we were just falling down with him outside the ship, fixing it, absolutely clueless. I couldn't bring myself to tell him that he's gonna die.
I spent like the first 4 or 5 hours playing the game, just
Okay,
diving into the wormhole thing over and over again.
the wormhole thing.
You know, the whatever it is, the crumbling planet or
The dark bramble,
outstanding-
the one he's talking about.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Oh no, you mean the what's it called? The one with the black hole,
the
Uh,
crumbling or breaking.
brittle hollow.
Brittle Hollow, right?
Yeah, brittle hollow. I was going into that and
Uh,
flying out the other end and then teleporting back. It was very fun.
I
That's
love how
really cool.
the developers made it extremely simple for everyone to remember the names of planets, and we still managed to forget Brittle Hollow. Like, yeah, what's the name of that planet? That's
the one that
the one
breaks
that's
apart and
yeah,
it's got a hole
that-
in the middle.
yeah, the one that's really brittle and it's empty inside. What was the name of it?
What could it
Damn.
possibly be called?
Just as simple as possible. But we remember Dark Bramble apparently.
That's because it's left a mark on everyone.
Yeah,
Because we have Dark Brandon.
everyone got that Dark Bramble.
The thing was,
confused.
in my playthrough, I think I went to the Atoll Rock first, and then I was like, okay, I should just explore the planet we're on. And so I explored that, found all these like underground tunnels and stuff. But then there was also the harmonica thing with the seed. And so I was like, oh, I'll just go to Dark Bramble. And so I went there, and I immediately found the source of the harmonica. I somehow just lucked my way there and found it. And then I was like, okay, that's it. And I didn't go back there until like I needed to near the end of the game.
You really
So
yo,
I completely dodged like any hazards in there. I was like, wow, there's this spooky vibe, but there's nothing like bad going on there. I got jump scared later.
my favorite bit was when I was trying my best to avoid Giant's Deep, as I mentioned, extreme thalassophobia. And so I ended up on I think it was the Ash Twin. Either Ash Twin or Ember Twin, whichever one of them, I think Ember Twin, because that was the one with the
Ash
magnetic
Twin
cannon.
is the one that starts with the sand.
Yeah, so the magnetic cannon.
Ember Twin, yeah.
Ember Twin. So I ended up there, and then I launched myself off, and I was trying to get back to any planet, or back to the ship, ideally. And I just accidentally pushed myself straight into Giant's Deep, as someone with thalassophobia who's been avoiding it the entire time, without a ship, and just going full velocity into the core.
Damn.
It's so much fun though.
For the first time I died was just I miscalculated orbital trajectory and I just shot myself straight into the sun.
When you said miscalculated orbital, I just immediately got exam PTSD. For quantum mechanics.
Miscalculated the orbital. Oh no.
I bet when you were taking the exam you were kind of cloudy on that.
I kind of was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
didn't study for that at all. I got absolutely.
Must have been
bullied
extremely
by-
nervous that the exam was with the principal.
Okay.
Quantum number. It's so easy to land at the sun station once you know the trick, actually.
You said that, so now I'm just expecting you to die.
Hold on, it's time for me to stick the landing. Where is the entrance? Hold on, there is the entrance. Alright, boys and girls, here's how we land at the sun station. Step number 1. Never lock in because autopilot is for losers. Step 2, press the big red button.
Wait, did you ever make it to the sun station normally?
What do you mean no? Yeah, I think so.
You did? Like through the warp?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Oh, you
did.
died.
Yeah, because I ejected myself.
You slammed into it and died.
Yeah, I ejected myself. Actually, getting out is so much more difficult than just landing there.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. But actually getting there is so easy. Honestly, this has taught me more about orbital mechanics than Kerbal Space Program. Whoop. Always remember to lift off.
I did.
Upside down.
I did really appreciate how it all followed like conservation of momentum. I found
Yeah,
it really
and-
hilarious. Like anyone who played it, they couldn't. It took them a long time to figure out that like when they stop accelerating, they're still moving.
I know. Oh my
Like
goodness, it
people
was.
they'd be flying towards a planet and they just hold W while they go towards it. And it's like, dude, you need to slow down.
It was a whole insane joke, my friend, where I just every now and then I just told him, yeah, momentum, by the way, because he completely forgot it was falling.
People just get so used to it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
For
really
me, it
want
was
the
like
game.
straight away. I was like, oh wait, the velocity is conserved, and then I would just stare at the number every time I'm flying, and then just check.
That's what I mean. I just need a game like this, except I don't know, like fighter jets or something. Because story is fun, but once you play this, finish with the story,
Yeah.
that's all there is.
Well, play the DLC. Nah.
I know I will. I'm gonna buy it today. Don't worry.
I think you will really enjoy it. It is better for streaming because all the clues or like all the is in the base game they gave you most information through text, and in the DLC it's through visual stuff, so you don't have to read.
I heard that's more scary. I like that. I like that a lot.
It is more scary certain bits.
Will you stream the DLC? Make it? Of course. I'm not gonna play it myself.
They did tone down the scare factor
No.
in recent updates. They made the scary bits easier because,
No.
but it was like, I don't know. I'll explain it once you finish the game because it was
I
like
see.
the way they intended for people to do the scary sections wasn't how people were doing them. And for me, when I saw the scary sections, I did them the way it was intended, just because that was how I perceived it. But like,
Yeah, then I
a
definitely
lot of people were
wouldn't.
getting scared and like freaking out and trying to like wing it, and it was bad. So
Yeah,
they made
then-
the gameplay more directing you to what you're meant to do.
I definitely would do it incorrectly, considering how I went to the Hanging City by flying there. I did not.
It's
my-
literally the massive teleport pad on the thing.
I
you
know,
see.
but I couldn't figure out how to use it, so instead I just flew there 3
I
times
think
in
I
a
did
row.
fly there eventually after I teleported, just to see if I could.
Oh no, I couldn't figure out how to teleport, so I just flew there.
Yeah.
Also, I was trying to fly into the upside down tower, the quantum tower, because I had no idea how it worked. My solution to most problems was just fly in there. I'm a simple man, all right. If I have a spaceship, I'm gonna be flying into stuff.
That's the thing, though. It required sometimes piecing information that didn't seem relevant.
Yeah, pausing and thinking
Yeah.
instead of just going in with a spaceship. My 2 options are either A, go in with a spaceship, or B, pause and think. That's not gonna be
The-
much of a choice.
The DLC has this, like, moment halfway through where it just completely...
Should I play it and only then will you tell me? Because I can hear
It
you
just has this
struggling.
moment where you're like, oh my god, there's so much more than I thought. And it like, hits you. I don't know how to describe it.
I can
You'll
hear
like
you
it.
struggling. I get it. Listen,
Yeah, you'll like it, you'll like it.
I can buy it and I can play it tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do.
But also, the DLC is not that scary. Like, a lot of people see that it's meant to be scary, or they see that it has scary parts, and then they're terrified the entire way through before anything happens, just because they're anticipating it.
No, but like, I get it. When I saw the fucking anglerfish skeleton. Okay, when I had Giant's Deep, when I had like a whole planet, just one big ocean, and I saw the giant anglerfish skeleton, what was I supposed to think?
Yeah, I get you.
I'm just glad I saw that the anglerfishes couldn't hear anything. I mean, no, that they couldn't see anything before going to Dag Rambo.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do have to go because it's been 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I need to go as well. It's midnight. I've got this essay and this nanochemistry coursework to finish. It's due on Monday, so I'm screwed. I'm gonna have to spend the entire day working on both.
All right. Well, then see ya. No time for
See you.
long.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, join in anytime
And,
you want. It's really fun.
Yes.
Thank you for trying to write an email for me, Mum. Thank you, Mum. I'll see you on Christmas. Bye.
Bye.
And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day.